Really like that song. Not too shabby.
I like the beat. I ain't gonna lie.
Reminds me of Friends.
Never watched it.
Hey, they made millions. This guy's never watched a lot of stuff.
That's true. That's facts.
Why?
Weird.
I mean, you're not missing much, but
That's kind of where I'm at in life, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good with that. But how's it going, everybody?
All right, it's going pretty good.
We're here.
We
All right. Want to welcome everybody to the first episode of Los Chisbrosos. All right? We're chistosos, chismosos, and brosos. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
We're all bros. It works. We're going to make it work around here, right?
It works for us.
That's right.
All right, I'm your host, Rogelio Mr. H. Herrera, and this is my co-host, Ryan.
How's everybody doing?
Right? Today we're doing an episode. Chisbrosos is going to jump around a little bit. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff, but today's a You Good episode, and today we're going to bring in our guest, Juvenal, and he's going to tell us his story, what's going on, his struggles, and we're just going to let him know he's not by himself. You know, he's got people that he can count on, and we're just going to try to help each other out, but we're also going to have a good time doing it.
For sure.
But before we get started, we're going to send out a shout out to our sponsors. We're going to go with
Lux Customs. My wife and I, it's a business we're starting up. We're going to do a bunch of merchandising. Yeah.
Yeah, any info on that? You know, any emails or
Custom engraving, water bottles, like you see here.
Exactly.
Like,
See
you
there
do a lot
in
of
front of
stuff.
Juvenals.
We got some stuff here that that we're
our Chisbrosos,
yeah, we got a lot of stuff.
koozies.
Which is that thing's cool because it turns into a coffee cup also.
That one is
Yep.
cool.
We got the wallet,
Wallets.
you know.
Sky's the limit in that business.
We can do all sorts of things.
Yep.
Um,
Find us on Instagram. Well, I'll throw links in the bios and everything, so we'll be good. We appreciate it. Elysian Design for the custom Los Chisbrosos podcast logo.
Yeah, shout
Made
out to
for
Kayla.
us.
Yeah, shout out to her. Another quick shout out to Nanos Tacos for your catering services. You can reach them at nanos_tacos at outlook.com. What the fuck is Outlook? Anyway, this fucking guy.
Your age
is
is
a
showing.
compadre.
Your age is
That's my compadre Nano and Fabian. You know, call them. They actually won Best Taco at Taco Fest this last year. So give them a call also at 509-961-4552.
the reigning taco champions.
Wait, hold on. I messed that up, guys. Sorry. It's 509-961-4252. You can contact Nano there and set up your catering services for your parties, quinceañeras, birthday parties, whatever. They'll do everything.
Yep. If you haven't had Nano Tacos, you're missing out. They are definitely top notch.
Yeah, everybody loves them.
Does their Instagram show where they're going to be? Like when they start going back into vending? Like, you know, like, hey, we're here today, or this is where we are on Thursdays,
Yeah,
or whatever.
they're on Instagram. They're on Facebook, I think, as well.
Yeah.
They just kind of they prefer doing events rather than
okay.
parties and
Yeah,
stuff like
okay.
that. But
So
they'll
they're
do
more-
those too.
yeah.
Yeah, because they say it's just
They did the Taco Fest event.
Yeah. So they're more into like the catering side of it than
But yeah.
like the street vending.
Private parties.
more private
Weddings,
parties. I guess that's,
quinceañeras.
yeah,
Yeah.
They
The
do
catering
other
part of
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what I just said.
Oh, you did? I didn't hear you. Sorry.
It's my first day.
But
So you guys have to forgive us. You know, this is our first episode, so we're gonna have some little hiccups here and there, but we're gonna work on that.
Yep.
Most importantly, we're gonna have a good time. That's what we're all about.
for sure. So, all right, let's get into our guest. We got Juvenal Larios. Juvenal, tell us about yourself.
Moving on. You know, just a regular dude that tries to run his own business and you know, doing heating and air conditioning service work. Got my shop in Sela, partnered with 509 Ductless, run all their service part for them. We do Yakima County, Kittitas County, you know, Tri-Cities, whatever. Tomorrow I got to go to Duval and King County. So, yeah, just trying to make things happen. Got a couple kids.
You're running the 509 Mechanical
509
Services.
Mechanical Services, yeah, out of 509 Ductless. So,
Right.
yeah, just regular dude trying to make things happen in life.
That's right. That's what we all do. Well, here in this room. That's
yeah,
what we all are.
I think that's what we all try to do.
Yeah, one life. And
Yeah, we got
try. There's no rule book to it, right?
Absolutely.
No, we got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
So
you reached out. Well, we reached out to each other. I think me and
When we
Ryan,
were talking at Ryan's house.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this for a little bit over a year now, and finally was able to kind of break through and get this all set up. And my goal is to just help other people, who struggle, because we all struggle. There's actually a quote by Henry David Thoreau, which says, "Most men lead lives of quiet desperation and go to the grave with that song still in them." That resonates with so many of us. And I think not enough of us ever talk about the things that go wrong in our lives. We've been taught our whole lives to keep it in. Don't show emotion. That's weakness. Just
suck it up.
Deal with it, right? And we know that doesn't work. It works to a certain extent. You want to manage your emotions, but sometimes you have to let them out and talk to people, I think. And some people just got to let what's going on. Because if we don't know, we can't help you.
Yeah, I feel like the way that the world is, you show your emotion, you show weakness, right? And like as a man, you don't want that. Well, I feel like at our age and older, that's what is programmed in your head. Because I do feel like the younger generation, they show way more emotion but they're all confused. But
that goes with the times, I think. But yeah,
absolutely. Like you get into your, say the people that are like 30 and older, right? Like that's what's instilled inside of you. That's what society has told you. Like you're a man, you just take what comes your way and you keep going and you don't talk about it. You don't show your feelings because it's a sign of weakness. Which
that or nobody cares.
That's true too.
Nobody cares about your problems.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah. Girls can vent and talk about all their problems all the time, right? But like men don't.
Which is also a spin on the name of the podcast. Like girls are chismosas.
Yeah.
And guys, I mean, we got shit to say too. Nobody wants to hear it until now. Now we're gonna tell
We
everybody.
got all kinds of cheese. Let me tell you guys. I'll tell you right now.
Tell you what Ryan did yesterday.
No, we can't talk about that.
Ryan said that a guy that was barking was talking to him. I don't know. He was answering questions with his barks.
I understood what he said.
You are the only one who is.
Remember, he was the one that
Caucasian.
said that. Like the one is like, he's not barking. And later on, it's like,
grunting.
and then later on, he's like, I understand.
How do you know?
What do you know? Like,
It was that Bush Ice. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
one drink and then he's gone.
Got you in the mood with him.
Yeah, no brand deals. But cool. So moving on. I mean, yeah, we all got a story to tell, and again, we're always, like we said, we're always told nobody cares. Just get through it, move on, suck it up. Roger and I talked, and no, we want to hear the stories. Like, not that we're trying to get the chisme out of it, but we want people to feel comfortable, get what they have on their chest off, get it out, say it, because in lead up of all of this, we've talked to numerous people. I mean, I don't want to say handful because it's definitely been more than that. And every interaction we've had has been kind of like, oh, I don't know. And like shortly after the conversation, it's like, you know what? I'm interested. Like,
Yeah.
I want to come talk.
Well, like when I think we were at your house watching a fight, and he talked about it, and I was like, I'm down. Minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that just goes to show how much of us like just hold everything in, right? And like,
Absolutely.
like I'm good at talking about other stuff, but then when I really like stuff about like that really bothers me, I bottle it up, right? We all shut down,
Right.
We don't know. Like, it's good to have emotions to a certain extent, right? Like you see that, like we were talking about earlier, these kids, right? They're too emotional,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? Like it's like we got to bring it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you can be sad about stuff, but don't be throwing yourself on the floor screaming and
Yeah,
hollering
absolutely.
or whatever the case may be, right?
Because as adults, I feel like they do that anyway, right? There's a lot of pictures on the internet like when these people with blue hair don't get their way, they throw a fit,
Yeah.
right? And they burn cities down.
Somebody wasn't told no back in the day growing up.
Yeah.
Which is an important thing that they need to learn because apparently they've never been punched in the face.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like sometimes you get these people like, oh man, this guy's never been punched in the face because
Yeah.
he's right here.
Because you act like that.
Yeah.
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 I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I actually just had that conversation. Not to the same degree, but we're talking to my 12-year-old daughter and how easy she has it. Granted, it's my fault as a parent that I don't enforce what I was raised at. But in that same breath, I think my daughter, biased opinion, is actually a pretty decent kid compared to what's out there in the world.
Yeah.
However, she was talking about my dad, how he's the sweetest guy, give the kids anything and everything they want. And I said, yeah, that's not who raised me at all.
But I feel like parents change that way when it comes to grandkids.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Oh,
Because they're done raising you.
Yep.
But to the grandkids, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, come here. Let me buy you this. Let me buy you that, and then let me send you away with your parents."
Right. Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
You ever feel like your parents like just like totally diminish like the way you feel too? Like they're like my mom. Anytime we told her like you know it's like we're having something bad happen to us. Well, my husband died, and I had 4 kids.
Yeah.
And I had to raise mom. It's not a goddamn competition. It's like I'm struggling over here.
Mom, you won.
Anytime my mom, like we bring anybody else, like oh, you know, I know this woman, and you know she has these problems. Probably not harder than my life ever was. Like, mom, it's not a goddamn competition.
Right.
My sisters get all mad. I was like, mom, what's talking about you?
That's funny.
She just interjects her life travesties. You know, it's like, oh my god. It's like, all right, mom.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, you feel sorry for her? You should feel sorry for me.
Yep.
This
That's
is
my mom.
why.
That's my mom, 100% right there.
Well,
Yeah.
I love her though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Going back to the grandparent thing though, like when I was newly a father, my mom would always try to tell me how to raise my kid, and I'm like, hey, like I've seen what you raised, and I don't want that for my kid, right?
100%.
Like
Yeah.
I guess you'd call her my ex-mother-in-law was the same way, right? Like that's why she didn't like me, because I was mean to the kids, which all I'm trying to do is correct my children so my kids don't grow up to be assholes, right? Like, but like my mom was always like, oh, well, yeah, he's just a little boy. And I'm like, he's 8 years old, mom. Like, he needs to be able to take care of himself. Like, stop babying him. But like, and I always have to, reel her back. Like, hey, you're overstepping. This isn't your child to raise. You're done raising kids, right? If you want to spoil them, that's on you. But like, when I say something, that's the law, because that's my child.
Right.
So she definitely, my mother in particular, definitely oversteps, and I have to reel her back. I don't know if your guys' parents do that, but
To some degree, for sure. And it's a grandparent thing. My parents were strict. Like they were, especially with what we could get away with and what we couldn't. I mean, there was black and white. Like you knew, and you knew what you like.
Why do I feel that they failed you?
But in fairness,
I know your parents, and I don't feel like they were that strict.
But they pick and choose their battle also. So like my mom and dad's like number one thing growing up for us was if we're sitting in a chair and somebody older than us walks in,
You give them the chair.
you give up. You get up, you get out of that seat, you give it up. Like period. Hold a door. You see somebody walking older than you, you hold the door. Like it was more respect your elders, right? Like the other day, back to like the strictness to comparing it to my daughter. She never did it to me, but she's always like, hey, can I have some? Can I have some? Can I have some? And I said, yeah, like that's fine. Cause you're asking technically. I'm still going to tell you no, but whatever. I said, I went to my dad one time. I said, give me some. I'm surprised I'm still here the way he came off.
That's a big man.
Yeah, give me, don't get jack shit is what he told me before he beat me.
What was it?
It was probably like a fucking Dorito or something. Like it was something stupid.
You don't mess with Bruce and his food. Sorry, Bruce.
If you guys need a visual of my dad,
I hope you learn.
Look up Andy Reid.
Dad looks like Andy Reid.
Identical.
Like Andy Reid. Yeah. God, you've never seen his dad?
I have never remembered
You're
that. I
lying.
think no.
I'll show you a
He does,
picture.
he does look like Andy Reid. Absolutely. I can see that. Now you're Googling. See? But yeah.
I was
no.
gonna say just. That's your dad.
That's
Dude,
my dad.
It does. Bruce does look like Andy Reid. Yeah. Like
There
legitimate.
you go.
So they were in Vegas with my uncle, and they were on. I
The
don't
one
know.
the one that's in Arizona?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They were in Vegas, and my uncle Lloyd's the character, but they're on a bus or train. I don't know exactly the scenario. I wasn't there. Point of the story was Lloyd's sitting there, sitting next to some random dude in Vegas, and he's like, "Hey, doesn't that kind of look like Andy Reid over there?" And my dad's across the way, and the guy's like, "No way." He's like, "I think that's Andy Reid." And this dude
Lloyd
gets
said
up.
that to the other guy.
Yeah, some random dude. And the dude gets up and starts walking over there. My dad's like, "Get the fuck away from me. I'm not Andy Reid." But yeah.
Man, he does look like Andy Reid.
He does.
Fuck, dude.
Next time I see him, I'll be like,
Why didn't you get us
kinda look
tickets?
like Andy Reid.
Why didn't you get us tickets? Huh?
Everybody, Super Bowl.
I didn't even need a seat, bro. I just stand on the sidelines, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to be there.
I just want to be in Vegas. I don't even matter, right?
I've never been.
Yeah, you never been to Vegas?
I drove through it once.
Let's go. We'll go.
Me and my dad drove to Mexico once, and our first night we stayed in Las Vegas at his friend's house, and then we got up at 3:30 in the morning and left. People were still out drinking.
Yeah, it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
I've never been either.
Other than that, I've
What?
never been.
Oh my god.
See, I don't have that in me. I don't have. When I was younger, absolutely. Like I would have been in party mode. Like let's roll. Like now that I get older
You can still go. You
and I can afford it, like I don't even want to go. Like,
You can go and still do like all the shows and stuff. So they have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff out there. Yeah, you don't have to do all the
but I
drinking.
don't like people. Like big crowds of people. Like I'm out. Like you guys make me nervous because I feel like someone's gonna steal my wallet. Not that there's anything in there, but like I do want my ID.
Got clipped.
That's where you got to get a Ben Hur Studios wallet.
Right.
Put it in your front
Yeah.
pocket. Nobody will steal it.
Yeah.
Shouts out Lux Customs.
Yep. Shout out.
Got to plug it when we can. No. Yeah, no, my dad got text messages all the time. Hey, congrats on your Super Bowl win. It's like,
Man. I wish I would have known this. I would've
Just hang out. We could have totally gone just fucking milked it, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We can go to all kinds of restaurants like, oh, we're here with Andy Reid.
They did a.
I'm gonna get him a what size? Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna ask him, but I was gonna say, dude, I'm gonna get him a Kansas City Chiefs. Like
He bought a hat. He bought a hat and would wear it. Yeah. I'll show you guys the pictures later because I don't know if it'll mess up the cameras right now. But yeah, I'll show you guys.
So do you show that picture of Andy Reid to your wife and be like, this is gonna be me someday?
This how
No,
lucky
because
you
my
are,
wife
Diana.
my wife will divorce me if I try to threaten her that I'm gonna look like my dad when I get older.
Hey, you can join the rest of us over here. Single life.
Yeah, well, kind of.
No, not you.
I know.
Nope.
Kind of.
How about you? Tell us that story, man. How's
It's
that?
an interesting story, man. So where do we start?
From the beginning.
Yeah.
How far do we go back?
1985.
87. Don't make me older than I am. So anyway, so got married and got divorced. Started my business. Worked a lot for years, trying to build a clientele. And I put life, and I guess I put work before life, right? Anyway, got to the
So
point where
when did you get married?
2018,
Yeah.
January of 2018.
So you
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
and then you already had.
I already had my son, and she had a daughter.
Okay, so
Right. So
blended family.
yes, yeah, which makes it 10 times harder, right?
Yeah.
And then I got to the point where I worked 40 hours a week ish, and then I got home, moved my tools over to my trailer, and I would do work every day after that. And then every weekend, I worked every weekend, except for like significant ones, right? Like birthday parties and that kind of stuff. I would take that day off. But for the most part, I worked, 7 days a week. Trying to build a clientele was what I kept telling myself. I go to the bar every day, right? Because that's where my customers were, right?
So you're networking.
Yeah, that's what I kept telling myself and her. Got to the point where the drinking overcame everything else, right? Like I would rather, like I wouldn't even go home. I would just go straight to the bar. And then she was a stay-at-home mom after we had our daughter for 2 years. And that was my excuse for working all the time, right? It's like, well, I got to make up for your income and my income, right? So I have to work more, and I have to work more, and I have to work more. And it got to the point where like she, it got to a breaking point, right? So where do you go? So she was like, hey, I'm done. I'll see you later. It was a Tuesday. I remember that. I can't tell you the day. I know it was like in July. I don't even know what year it was.
So she served you with papers, or just told you?
So she left. Right, she moved out. She took her and the two girls and her stuff and went and stayed with her friend and was like, "Hey, I'm out." And then we just did the co-parenting thing for a little while. And I was like, "Hey, like I'll work on myself." I would do because I didn't want the divorce. So I quit drinking that in that time period, right after she left. I drank heavily for like a week or two, and then I was like, you know what, like this doesn't turn me into the person that I want to be, so I am just going to quit drinking, right? And maybe that'll bring her back. Little did I know that, well, A, it doesn't work, but B, like the drinking itself, like quitting drinking, just made me better, like as a person. Like it gave, because I woke up every day, hungover as shit, go to work, had no care. I didn't really give a shit. The only reason that I went to work is because I have bills to pay.
Amen.
And then, so I quit drinking in July, and I started smoking weed to quit drinking, right? Like that.
You're trading one vice for another.
Exactly, huh? Right. And that was like, well, at least like on weed, I'm not like grumpy, because like when I drank, I'd be like an asshole. Like I'm already an asshole, but that just makes things 10 times worse. So I quit drinking, did that, and then it obviously didn't work. So I just kept smoking, and then I started drinking again, right?
So were you still in contact with her regularly?
Yeah, we have a daughter together, so we were still in contact. And she was still like, nope. And I'm like, all right, well. So I got to the point where I was okay with it, right? We got to the point where I was like, this isn't gonna work.
You think?
Yeah,
you're okay with it,
right? Well, and I was okay with it, right? But then she started talking to me more, right? Like she gave me my birthday present in May. It was obviously the next year, and then she like texts me more, and I'm like, and that little bit of dopamine hits you, and you're like, oh man, text me again, And so you try to carry on a conversation, right? And it's like, if you knew better, you wouldn't be doing this, right? You're putting yourself in this position again, which her and I have been, I guess, dating now, right? Well, sorry. So in May, I was in North Dakota. Well, actually, I don't know how many weeks it was before the 90 days or whatever. She actually filed the paperwork. And I was like, you know what? Like, if this is what you want, this is what you can have. I'll sign wherever you want. We agreed. We agreed to the child support thing. And we, would meet in the park, and Carmen would play, and we filled out the paperwork, and she turned it in, and I was like, okay, whatever. And she's like, okay, like, well, I'm going to turn it in 90 days. You're supposed to be there. I don't know. I mean, you've been through divorce.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I thought they were going to send me a letter or something to tell me when to be there, right? So I didn't even show up. I had no idea. And she was like, oh, well, you didn't show up to court today. And I was like, how did I know it was today? She was like, you had 90 days. And I was like, 90 days from what? When you turn,
do you count weekends?
I have no idea, right? Like, I'm new. Right? This is my first time.
This first time getting divorced, I don't know what to do.
Right? So I didn't even know that you were supposed to be there.
Hey, don't feel bad. I fucking remembered like the day of, and I was like, just hoo-hawing around, not fucking paying attention. Like, wait, what fucking day is it? I was like, fuck, I gotta go get divorced. So fucking running down there, I was like,
shit.
So
I got there.
I didn't show up, and the judge didn't agree with what her and I agreed on financially. Right? She was like, I'm not going to fight you for the house, right? Because I bought it before her and I were even like together, really. And then, so the house was technically mine. It's only in my name. I've always made the payment, And other than that, like we didn't really have a lot of things together.
Man, you're lucky, bro, because this state usually doesn't care.
Yeah, right. But she wrote it in the divorce contract or whatever it was, right? The divorce agreement or
right.
Yeah.
Like, so did you guys get attorneys, or you guys did?
No, we did it all. Okay. And I wanted to be an asshole.
You did uncontested.
Yeah, right. But you know what I mean? Like there was some parts in there where I was like, well, I'm just gonna hire an attorney. I'm just gonna be a dickhead, right? Because I make more money than you do. You know, and then it was like, for what? Like, why? Well, the only person that's gonna suffer is my daughter. Like, whatever. Right? Like
$8,000 for an attorney.
Right, exactly. Right, and spend $10,000 to $15,000 on something that like you don't want anyway. Right? Because just to be an asshole. So anyway, so she turned that in, didn't show up to the court, and then the judge wanted my paperwork, saying she wanted to see how much money I made. And I was like, well, that's cool because like I just did my taxes and I lost a lot of money, right, last year because I run my own business, right? So the guy's like, hey man, like how do you want to do this? Because it shows that you lost thousands of dollars. And I'm like, well, I don't want it to raise any red flags. So what do I do? And he's like, the only thing we can do is put your income from your previous job on there, which I worked like all of January and half of February. Right, so I made like $6,000, and I'm like, well, here you go. You're going to end up paying me child support because, well, and she's like, that's not fair. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, my business doesn't show any income. Paperwork's paperwork, right? You want the paper trail. So then she was like, well, we have court this day. And I was like, cool. I'm going to be in North Dakota that day. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, like I was headed to North Dakota to make tacos for a graduation party. And then so she texted me. She's like, "Oh, we're officially divorced." And I was like, "Oh, cool, right?" Like that's not a text message you want,
right?
Although you know what's going to happen.
But it's funny how we try to play it off, right?
Like, absolutely.
Yeah, like we try to be like, "Yeah, we're fine, whatever."
Yeah,
cool. That's what I do.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So then, what'd you do?
I'm not hurt.
You swallowed it, and I drank beer. Right. That's what I did because I was there for a party, and I wasn't going to let it bother me. Right. So, so we went through that, and then that was in. What was it? It was in May. Yeah, that was Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah,
Memorial Day weekend. So, and it was like her like May 19th or May 20th was right around my birthday. That's when I saw her when she gave me my birthday present from my daughter, and that's where like things started to turn. Right. And
that was the moment.
That was when her and I kind of started. That was when she was like, oh shit, I screwed up. So and she's admitted
she said that.
Yeah, she's admitted it multiple times.
Yeah,
that she shouldn't have gone through with the divorce. Right. Yeah. That she's let the outside world get into her head, which would be the outside world being
family.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's tough. I think was something you have to deal with in-laws and cousins and whatever, where they're saying all this stuff and they're putting all these things in your head, and then it's like
you have to. There's no rule book. There's no instruction manuals. There's no
absolutely
like every marriage, every couple situation, like everything's different. But I guess you have to come to that point as a couple that's like like me married. I didn't marry my wife's family. Like I married into the family.
Yeah.
But I married my wife. And so like anything that happens between her and I should and always does stay between her and I.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I thought you married in there because of Uriel, but whatever.
Well,
I mean, he's pretty cool.
He's a pretty good guy.
I have always told her. Like, I've
so.
stuck around all these years because we'll be married 13 years in October. And
Uriel's
definitely the rock that's held me into the
family. Why you just married? Because of your brother. What?
I tell her all the time, though. I said, your family loves me more than they love you. If we ever did divorce, not that I'm wanting that by any means, but if we ever did divorce, like, I'm still going to be invited to the family parties.
I wouldn't even throw the D word out there, man. Like, it is just putting it out in the universe, and that's a terrible thing to do.
It is. And we've had our fights where it's come up, and like it's a big word.
Yeah,
like
it is.
It's huge. When it's said, it's definitely, we backtrack. It's like, hey, that's not what I meant. like I'm gonna eat crow on this one. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's,
man.
But
that's
but
hard.
the thing is, man, it's like you can say sorry all you want to, but it doesn't change it.
Right. It came out.
Right. It came out. It's
Yep.
already said. Right. It's water under the bridge. You can't do anything about it. Right.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way. Right. Like
Yeah.
I always threw that stupid word out. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh shit. You know, like I shouldn't have said that. But
It's a
also,
stain.
it's exactly. It's a stain that never comes out.
Yep.
And you said it and you did it. And
Yeah.
it is what it is. Right.
Yep.
You can't take that back. So
If you've
but no.
said it, you've at least considered it.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That thought has crossed your mind. and
Right.
now they know that.
Yep.
She knows that, or he knows that, or
Yeah.
whoever
there's
the
a-
person is. So
There's a lot of stuff that actually that we do that makes it even worse, right? You throw out the D word out there, and then you also have to deal, like you're saying, dealing with family, right? Like you get into this, disagreement, and I always find it funny because I do massage, right? So I talk to a lot of people, and a lot of people just can't afford a real therapist. So like, I'm supposed to be like their
therapist.
therapist
Right,
along
yeah.
with their massage therapist, right?
Right there, man. Yeah,
And like
the
I'm a fucking
therapist is
counselor
in it.
too, right?
therapist is in it.
But a lot of them start like, oh, I got into an argument and I got into a fight with my spouse or whatever, or my wife did this or my husband did this, right? It's like, why are you telling people this? Right? Like, do you tell your family this? Because if you do that, now they're gonna think that he's a piece of shit or she's a
Absolutely.
piece of shit,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and like you can't fix that. Once they have their mind made up, they don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
100%.
It's like sometimes we fuck up. Like I could tell you right off the bat, I could have been a better husband.
Yeah, me too.
Like, but I wasn't horrible. Like, I'm a good man. I'm a great father, provider, protector. But,
Yeah. And given
you get these, there'd be times like, man, fuck, my wife fucking sucks, and that gets out into the world, right? You put it out into the universe and it's just going to end up crumbling, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's stuff that we don't think about it, right? Like when you said you threw out divorce all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't really throw out divorce out there until probably towards the end already, like probably year 7 or so when everything kind of started crumbling or whatever. But I think in the beginning maybe a little bit where she wasn't sure or whatever. But my wife never really liked me, like as much as I liked her, right? Like I loved her more than she loved me, right?
Yeah.
And fortunately, that's how it works most of the time, right? Like someone's gonna love somebody more.
Yeah,
it's true. And I mean, from my outsider perspective on that, like I met Roger 10, 15, 20 times before I met his wife once.
oh real.
Like he'd come to Uriel's house and party with us all, and like it was like the 4th or 5th time when they're like, "Hey, how's me?" I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to drop names, but like, who's that to me?
I
Like,
can bleep that out in the
Yeah, I will.
in the editing.
but
The one we don't speak of.
yeah, but no, yeah, that's definitely what I was like, wait, he's married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who didn't know I had kids either.
But that's weird because I do believe that your child was there the first time I met you. Right? Like,
He was.
I think he was there with.
I was
think
fucked
my
up.
son
I was
was there
drinking.
too. I think,
Yeah, you
I think
both
my
brought your-
son was
they-
there, too.
they hung
Yeah,
out.
uh-huh.
Because my
yours
kids
wasn't
weren't
there.
there.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
He's just pawning off kids on you. Hey, this kid here.
I dropped. I
Ryan's
know.
in.
I texted him yesterday. I'm like, hey man, like I have Carmen tomorrow because Sarah's in church classes. So
We're name dropping again.
So a lot of that's fine.
Fine.
But like, so
You need a babysitter.
I need a babysitter. Will your wife watch her? And he was like, oh yeah, she'll watch her, but Chloe will watch her.
Yeah.
So yeah. So you know what I mean? Like there's definitely a lot of things that I could have done different. Like I wasn't like, I'm not some saint, you know what I mean? Like and I've told her before, like I don't blame you for leaving. Like I'd have left too. Like I'm an ass. Like I get it. And especially when I drink, right? Like you don't look at that.
And you also worked a lot, right?
Yeah, I got to the point where I worked 7 days a week as much as I could, and that was my escape from life. Like that was like I feel like I was like that's what I should be doing. Like I'm providing. It made me feel good. But like I was also like running away from life in general because I could just lose myself in my job. It doesn't matter. But like it got me out of that. It got me out of the house, so I didn't have to.
There's a refocus.
Talk about my feelings. I didn't have to talk to her about what was going on in my head or how she felt. It was like, did you see how much money was in the safe? Like, I made this much money today. Like, yeah, and it felt good. Like it was like,
Well, it makes you feel more like a man, right? Like you're
right.
providing
You're
for your
providing,
family,
right? Because like we can do what we want to do, right? Because we can go here, we can go there. You can buy whatever you want. Like it was cool. It was fun. It made money, and it was awesome. But at the cost of what?
Right. Well, we're taught as men growing up, like your role in life when you get a family and kids is to provide. Like that's your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you protect them, you provide for them, and you make sure that they don't go without.
Yeah.
And if they do go without, you failed as a father.
That's your fault. Absolutely. Yep. So, no, I just that's everything that I've ever known too. Is like you work all day and you work as much as you can because like that's what you do. Like that is what it is. Like you work until the work's done and the work's never over.
Right.
So
there's no such thing as extra money either.
You can always make money. You can't make more time though.
That's absolutely true.
That's
right?
fucking the hard part, right?
Yeah.
My biggest problem was that when my wife would complain about not being around or present, well, it's like I have to work.
Yeah. You want time, you want money.
Yeah.
You can't have both.
It's like, you know, and when I would bring up like, hey, you know, if you want me to work less, you know, you have to pitch in more because we didn't have our money together.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, let me work less and still pay the same amount of bills. It wasn't going to work.
Yeah. And still with the same lifestyle.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's like, it was hard for me to be like, I wanted to be home. Like, I don't want to fucking be at work.
Yeah.
It's like,
We'll see.
you know, I mean, you were trying to escape something.
Yeah,
like
I loved it, man.
I wasn't trying to escape anything, right?
But that's the thing is like, yeah, you may like what you do and that's cool, but like, I love what I do. Like there's a piece of something there's something inside of me that's like, it's like gratifying. Like I know that like I helped you, you know, in the middle of summer when you call me at 9:00 at night, like I usually, hey, my air conditioner doesn't work. And I'm like, all right, cool. Where are you? Oh, you live in Moxie? Yeah, I'm on my way. And it's like, you're really going to go at 9:00 at night? I'm like, yeah, it's not even dark yet. Like, I can still see.
The street lights aren't on.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like, there was something about it. Like, but now
I wasn't going to be doing shit anyway.
Yeah, right. Like, what am I doing here? I'm laying on the couch, like
hanging out with you.
Yeah, right. Might as well make some money.
Yeah,
right. So, like, but now, there's this one dude that I did some work for him and stuff. But he always calls me on Sundays, and I'm like, I just let it go to voicemail. Like, bro, I don't work Sundays. I don't even work Sundays. Oh, that's not true, but
I say here we are Sunday.
But yeah, you know what I mean?
We're not working.
You know, but like my customers and stuff. Like I got a
Right.
text message today when we were in church, and it was a guy that lives in Cle Elum, and he's had issues with some stuff, and I'm like, I will text you on Monday because it's Sunday at 10:00 in the morning, and I'm not going to text you back.
Right. You're learning to turn it off a little bit.
Yeah. On Sundays. That's my thing now. That is where I'm at in life.
But you gotta get to that point for your own mental health, for kids.
It's more for like like the kids and my own
Sanity.
Yeah, like you can't just focus on work all day every day.
Yep.
You know? And I used to just work all day every day, right? Like I used to save Saturday mornings for paperwork, and then like Thursdays I would send out invoices and all kinds of stuff, and then but Sundays were always just another day to make money.
Yeah. And it's a different perspective as a business owner too.
Yeah.
You know? Like I work for a company, and so my mind is for them Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, 5:00 Friday. My phone's off. You're lucky if you get a text message or an email from me or anything at 5:05 on a Friday.
Yeah.
But I work for them. That's what they pay me for.
Yeah.
I can turn that off.
But even when I was working for somebody, it would never not answer my phone. I remember being in LA for my 30th birthday, and there was a guy that called me and was like, "Hey man, I need help with this building," and it was my building. And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, for sure. You go here, go there, blah blah blah." And I spent an hour and a half on the phone with him. And she was like, "You're on vacation. Like, why are you on the phone?" And I was like, "Because my guys need my help." I was like, "Because if I don't answer my phone, because I know my service manager didn't answer his phone ever, and like, if I don't answer the phone, he's gonna be lost."
Right. No, and I've done that too. Like when we went to San Diego and Mexico, both trips, two different customers, same thing.
Yeah.
But that for me, it was like, I respect that customer. I like that customer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go above and beyond because I know they would do the same for me.
Yeah.
But I've also tried to teach myself, like, you're a multi-million-dollar company and you're not really paying me for that extra time, so I'm not going to give it to you anymore.
I can see that, but like we were on our honeymoon and the same thing, man. Like one of the fruit companies called here and was like, "Hey, our carbon dioxide scrubber doesn't work." And I'm like, "Well, I'm in the middle of, the harbor of Waikiki fishing. Like, I'll jump on my computer when I get back to the house that we were staying at." And I was like, logging in and on the phone with the guys from Michigan and dealing with that, and it was, it was stressful. You know what I mean? And it was like, "Oh, well, aren't you supposed to be on vacation? Aren't you supposed to be on like your honeymoon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm salaried, and I just."
And I'm not.
You know what I mean? And I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go, "Oh," because if we don't address it right now, and I'm not going to be able to sleep.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to stress about it, and I'm not going to sleep.
Yep.
Because that's the only thing that's going to go through my head when I'm laying down.
No, that's
Dang, bro. Learn to turn it off.
I can't. I don't know how.
Learn.
My dad was that same
Drinking.
Drinking and yeah, exactly, dude. Like that was the
Drinking
only
the
thing.
marijuana.
Yeah.
See, but my dad was that way too, and I guess that's where I grew up with that too.
Yeah.
And so, like he ran a jail, and he would take 40 hours vacation and still be at work 30 hours of that 40 hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, aren't you on break? He's like, if I just go in and give him 2 hours, his 2 hours was 8. But if I go and give him 2 hours, then when I show back up after vacation, it won't be a mess.
It's not a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, my dad was always there. He always gave me, I was a privileged kid. There's no denying that.
Unless you wanted a Dorito.
Unless I wanted to read it
Out of his bag.
Yeah.
Hey, give me one.
Give me.
Yeah.
Give me.
Hey, Andy.
But no, I mean, so I learned it. I saw it firsthand, and it's like I provide for my family, but I also want to be there for my family. Like my son's in wrestling right now. I didn't wrestle a single day until today. I still never actually wrestled.
Yeah.
But he came home 3 years ago from school, and he's like, "Hey, I want to sign up for wrestling." And I'm like, "Cool. Like, you want to do sports? I can afford it. Let's do it."
Yeah.
And now he doesn't want to give it up, rightfully so. And I want to be there.
He also hopes that he's good at it.
For sure. He quits after every loss, and he's medaled at every tournament except one. But that's not good enough for him.
It's one or none.
Yeah.
See whether win the whole thing.
What a loser.
Yeah.
I know, right? But it's
Blame
a
his
battle.
mom.
It's a battle. They got into it this morning, and she's like, "I just can't handle this kid sometimes." And I looked at her, I said, "He is a spitting image of you. His attitude and the things he does, his reactions to when he's told to do something he doesn't want to, that is you to a T." I said,
She doesn't want to hear that.
No.
Nobody wants to hear
No.
that.
"No."
Whatever you do, like notice that stuff about your kids. You're like, fuck, I can't get mad at them.
Yeah.
It's like just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Like my son leads his team in technicals.
Yeah.
It's like, right on, bro. Like
Right. That's the same way I did it.
he's a goddamn goon on the team, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like he's always just because he doesn't like being touched, and these kids like will grab him like for a loose ball, and he doesn't like him, and he just shoves the kids. Gets technicals. He wants to try to kick a kid in the head.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's like, bro,
Yeah.
like you barely miss that kid's head. It's like, ooh,
Happy Gilmore status. He was
Yeah.
the only one that took
What?
off and escaped to
try to
try
stab
catch somebody.
somebody.
But no, I mean, it's like I said, that I'm repeating myself over and over, but like there's no manual to it. Like there's no right or wrong ways. Like I can't sit here and tell you have to raise your kids like I raised mine, because it's not right. Because your kids aren't my kids.
Absolutely.
We don't live the same lifestyles. We don't, like, you know what I mean? Like your kid is one of the smartest kids I've ever met.
Yeah, he's not. He's not mine.
But you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's like, there isn't an athletic bone in his body.
right.
Like that kid is not.
2 left feet, huh?
No, yeah, he like, trips over his own shadow. Like he's just, but he's intelligent, right? And I'm like, man, like, and you're little, you're tiny.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, man, dude. And he gets picked on at school, and I'm like, all right, like, dad in me is like, I've been into it with the principal.
For the kids.
But no, you know what I mean? Like, dad and me wants to knock on the dude's
Office
door, you know,
yeah.
and be like, hey, man, like, let's go outside and talk real quick. But you can't do that. You got to let them sort that stuff out for themselves. And I've, it's like really hard to do that because you want to protect your children. But
100%.
But then there's like my 3-year-old daughter who's almost as big as her 8-year-old brother. And she's like got the worst part of me and her mother, right? Like the attitude and the I don't care and like I'm going to do whatever I want because this is my world and you live in it.
Yep.
And
So the thug life chose her, huh?
Yes, absolutely.
You're one of those kids, huh?
Absolutely.
Dang, bro.
Yeah.
And how old is she?
3.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
She's beating up brothers' bullies.
Oh, yeah, dude. She's gonna.
Once she turns 12, bro, it's going to be like a switch, too. She's going to get even worse.
God.
Hormones kick in. And
Yeah.
My daughter, when she turned 12,
She needs to stay 3.
yeah, she was cool until then.
Oh, you have a daughter, too?
She's my stepdaughter.
Okay. Yeah.
My ex-wife had 2 kids when we got together.
Yeah.
And Odessa and Jordan. And but Odessa was cool until she was like 12, bro, and fucking hormones kicked in, and I don't know what happened. She's a good kid, though.
She became a woman.
Yeah. Doesn't put up with your nonsense anymore.
Man, it was just, why are you crying? I don't know. Like, fuck, I don't know either. That's just what do you want?
Oh, yeah.
How can
You're
I fix
all,
this?
You're all against me. You're all this and that. That's what you're going to get, man.
Oh,
You
Jesus.
can get all that stuff.
Yeah.
So since when you guys got separated, you guys went your separate ways. She went to live with somewhere else.
Yeah, she lived with her friend, and then she moved in with her mom. And then now she rents a little house from her uncle, which is on the same property that her mom lives on, right? I call it the funny farm. Like her sister lives there, her mom lives there, her uncle lives there, and there's the rental.
Mm-hmm.
So she lives in that.
So how is it, like, not having your daughter all the time?
It was...
That's hard for me. Like,
Yeah, it was definitely hard. Well, but then again, like, I've never been... I'll just bluntly say it, like, I've never been a full-time parent. You know what I mean? Like, because I only have 50-50 custody of my son, right? And then Chloe was always, which was my stepdaughter, she always was, every other weekend with her dad. And then, full-time parent with Carmen when she was born for, 2 years. But even then, like, I was never home. Like, I've always been a part-time parent. I always have. But which sucks, because you don't get to see all of them all the time, I guess. It's pretty hard. But, and then, Carmen usually only stays like one night a week with me. And that's just because, like, she's a little girl. She needs her mom. You know what I mean? And dads don't nurture the same way, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's to me, it's a fact. Like, I don't have the same heart your mother has.
Yeah, but I think with girls, we love them differently.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, I'm pretty sure you have a different place in your heart for Chloe than you do Uriah.
I love them equally, but a different
Yeah, it's like a different
perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
because even with my stepdaughter, I'd be like, "Oh, you're okay," but yell at the boys like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
"Fuck you!"
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
my little angel.
I'm way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're losing your shit most of the time.
if I ever describe my children to people, I say Chloe, quote myself, Chloe is the sweetest girl you'll ever meet. Very kind, humble, soft-spoken, until you piss her off. But Uriah, like, that little kid, he's an asshole. Like, he smart ass, got quick-witted. Chloe can be, but she does it respectfully. She knows when and where. Uriah doesn't care. If he's in the mood, he's in the mood. He's gonna tell you how it is.
Fucking kids, man.
Yeah,
You love 'em.
I don't agree with it, and I try to parent what I can of it. But in the end of the day, like, that's who he is too. Like the whole wrestling thing. I'm gonna reference that a lot because it's currently going on. Like I said, after every match he loses, it doesn't matter. Championship, first match of the day, like, it doesn't matter. If he loses, he freaks. He cries. He throws his fits. I smacked him in Tacoma because he was howling like a wolf, crying. I said, "Cry quietly." Like, I'm not mad that you're crying. I appreciate and I admire your want to win, but you're when you do win, you're super humble. You give up. You hug the other kid. Like you keep them motivated. But yet when you lose, you don't accept that either. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I want you to be humble in both victory and loss.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I want a parent. Like, you're gonna cry. Who am I to get mad at you for sitting here crying
For being passionate about something.
And when this gym is full of kids crying, like, that's not right. To me, in my mind, I'm not gonna go out and beat the shit out of you because you're hurt that you lost. Like, don't be okay with losing, but learn from it. Like, what could you have done better?
Fucking loser.
Right?
Control your emotions. That's what we were talking about earlier, right? You got to learn. It's all right to be upset, but
100%.
yeah, like he's howling. It's like, oh man, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't.
even with my son, like sometimes like he'll hurt himself, like playing basketball, and like he'll hit his head, and like a couple times he's like yelled. I go, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like fucking, you're fucking. My last name's on your back. You know what I'm saying? No, you fucking belong to me.
Right.
Like, yeah. Take that fucking jersey off.
And like my son, dude, my son cries for everything. And I'm like, dude, why are you such a crybaby all the time? But you know what I mean? Like, I look at you wrong and you're going to cry and you're going to cry. And I'm like, bro, you can't just cry because you're in trouble, man. Like you did it, or like you did something wrong and you know it because you're smarter than that and you cry. And I'm like, dude, why are you crying all the time? That's one thing that I try to, I guess, encourage or not encourage. I guess, like, so yes,
discourage crying,
right? See, I'm not. So I'm trying to encourage like the like, yeah, you can be sad, dude, but you don't have to cry about everything,
Right.
Oh yeah,
right? Like you can cry sometimes, like when there's when it's that big of a deal. I guess I don't really know when it's the right time to cry, but like, dude, you don't have to cry over everything.
Don't cry because there's not someone ate the last bag of flaming hot Cheetos, some shit like that.
Yeah, right.
Someone didn't get the prime bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, prime bottles.
yeah.
Like a kid pouting all week, huh?
Yep. Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%. Like,
Yeah, like it's.
and when he
so
cries
hard.
after a loss, like, dude, this isn't your first time losing.
Yeah.
Like, you've gotten up, shook the kid's hand. You're disappointed. Like, that's what I want. I want that reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah, the stuff we did for our kids and stuff. Yeah,
They'll never understand that either, though.
They'll just like
probably not.
they'll think we're doing too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you're loving us too much.
Yeah. So it's, again, my uncle's a doctor, and when we had Chloe, we took her there. Just, he's our family doctor, and she was like days old, and he looks at Diana and I, and he's like, "Do you guys read parenting books?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Good. Don't start." He's like, 90% of the authors that write those don't even have kids.
Right. Yeah, it's just an idea of
Yeah.
what the perfect thing is. That's one thing that I've always said too. Like that was always, so going back to like our relationship, the divorce, that kind of stuff. Like she was like, I wanted, when we were going through it, I was like, well, let's just go to counseling and let's see how this works. And she was like, I tried to go to counseling before I got to this point. And my idea, or not my idea, but what always came to my head was like, these people don't know the life that you and I live. Mm-hmm. So why would I try to listen to them? Right? Like they don't have an idea of what's going on behind closed doors of our lives. Like they don't live my life. They don't have this marriage. Why would I try to listen to them? What are they going to do? And it was like, and we went to marriage counseling once, and it was right after we got married. And it was because the divorce rate was so high. It wasn't there was something wrong in our relationship, but it was because she was afraid of it, right? Because the divorce rate is so high. And we went, and at the end of it, it was like 6 weeks, and the lady was like, well, let me, and it wasn't even the end of it, it's the beginning of it. She's like, well, let's get right to it. What's the issue? Right? And we were like, what issue?
I said, that's a loaded question, right?
Yeah.
Right? She was like, well, she's like, why are you guys here? And I was like, so what's going on? I don't know if it's money or infidelity or whatever it was. And we were like, nothing. There is no issue. She was like, why are you guys here then? And so she was like, well, it's because we just want, I guess, a pathway or a way to navigate marriage and or life together, so we wouldn't end up in the divorce. And she was like, oh, like the counselor had never seen people do that. Like it's like more of like a preventative thing than a reactive thing.
Right.
And
We don't want to get to that point, so help us avoid it.
Yeah.
And she had no answer.
And it definitely gave us some stuff to do, like how to work through some problems and stuff, but ultimately, obviously. But even then, we went through a different one when her and I first started getting back together. I think it was an 8-week program with Pastor Lee at our church that we go to. And, and again, like it's more of a communication issue because like the way I communicate and the way you communicate are two different ways of communication, 100%. Right? Because I don't like to communicate because I want to shut down and be like, hey,
I'll handle it.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like whatever.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it'll be okay. Like, and then when my time of anger is over, I want everything to go back to normal. Right? When I'm not mad anymore. Let's go back to being okay. Where
women don't think like that.
Women don't.
They'll hold on to shit.
Yeah, exactly. They're not programmed like that. Yeah. So let's sit down and talk about it, and see why we got to this point. And I do think that one. With that 8-week deal, that helped us a lot, right? And it's also being, I guess, cooperative, like, because we went to the first one, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid, right?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think you thought it was stupid because you thought there was nothing wrong.
Because it wasn't my idea.
I know.
It's fucking stupid if it's not your idea.
But then you also thought there was nothing wrong.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is like, real quick. So these are the leading causes of divorces. I'm proud of them up here, right?
Infidelity and money management.
No, these are all of them. So there's different ones that you have in here that you have had to have at least one of these on there, and it's probably going to be like conflicts with family or whatever, right?
Right, addictions.
So right here we're going to go. We have infidelity, right? Intimate relationship. I guess probably not getting enough or whatever.
Yeah, right. Your sex life.
Yeah, sex life.
But what is enough?
No, that is a good question because I have been asking people.
Wouldn't you think that like intimate relationship would be also part of the infidelity, right? Because if you're not getting it at home, you're going to try to get it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
They got an infidelity there, right? So it's probably it'll probably always intertwine. But some of us are dogs. Some of us are just like, let me see what this tray.
Yeah,
what this tastes like.
Yeah, right. Let me see what this bowl tastes like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or we have money issues. That's always big. Abuse. It's gonna fucking rust. Remember? It'll smash your wife's head into the drawer because she didn't dry off the can opener right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That wasn't me.
That's it. I know.
Bill Burr.
You don't hit nobody.
Oh, this is fucking obvious. Thinking about getting divorced.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. You know what I mean? Like you put it out there in the atmosphere, like I told you.
Yeah.
Like you think about it, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what do we have here. We have managing debt. Yeah, some people are good at it. Some people are bad.
That's me.
Yeah, my ex-wife was not.
I think I perfected debt.
Yeah,
really,
you're the money. Really you're the one that spends money, huh? You're the one that's bad at money. Fuck. How about you?
Oh, absolutely. We went through. It's funny because we went through a money management thing a couple weeks ago, and it was like
Dave Ramsey.
It was a Dave Ramsey thing at the church, and it was like one of you guys is this person, and one of you guys is this person, and it's like, oh, well, I'm terrible with money. Like if I have money in my pocket, I want to spend it. Like there is no.
Yeah, I've been trying to not do that, but it's hard. Like
I'm over here fucking sucking dick to buy fucking bread, and you guys are over there just pedaling on the way, huh?
How many
fuckers? How many?
How many loaves do you need, homie?
What do you want? How much you want?
What kind do you like? You like that?
How's this gonna help me, Ryan? Just keep going. Just keep going. This will help you. All right. Growing apart, I guess. Well, yeah, we all grow as we get older, right? We find things differently,
Absolutely.
We let things take over, work.
Yeah.
Our health goes down. Like we feel like shit. We look like shit. Then their partner looks at us and they're like, "You fat motherfucker!"
Right?
And I was like,
100%.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean that's obviously a thing, right? It just blows my mind. Like Diana, she lies to herself every day. I swear. She's like, "Man, you look so good." I'm like, I feel
you're a liar.
Yeah,
you're a fucking liar.
Stop it.
She doesn't know. She knows she can't do any better.
Yeah, right?
It's all downhill from you.
I got to start batting for the other team.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. I hope you guys
let's see here. We got addictions.
Yeah.
Addiction's a tough one. You know, you were drinking, but you wouldn't call yourself an alcoholic.
I would have called myself an alcoholic.
Oh,
absolutely.
you would? All right.
Yeah. Like I remember like starting to drink at noon. Like, fuck it, let's have
I used
a
to
beer.
fucking work with some guys like that, man.
Yeah.
They'd fucking start getting the shakes.
You can't
See,
do
I wasn't like, oh my God, I need it. But it was also like, this is what I do. And this is who I am. Like, I like to drink.
There's levels
Coors
to it.
Light.
There's levels to it. Your entry level.
But like, we couldn't do anything without booze. I couldn't do anything without booze.
Bro, if you're not showing up to the house missing a shoe, you're not
right? Yeah.
You're barely starting. I always want to be that guy, you know, when you see like you get all sad, you know, you see that shoe lying in the middle of the road. It's like, fuck, I never partied that hard.
Damn.
Or I lost a shoe.
Yeah.
You know?
You missed out.
Stopped.
Fucking missed out. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, you could have gotten hit by a car, but that's all that's left, the fucking shoe.
Yeah. Never.
All right. What else do we have? We got financial disagreements, of course.
Constant conflict.
Someone wants to buy a car and we're like, we can't afford it, and they're like, I'm gonna buy it anyway.
Yeah.
That happened to me.
Oof.
Constant conflict. Yeah, that happens at the end, I think. Finances goes with everything else. What else do we have here?
Family responsibilities.
Yeah, that one. You know, I have to take the kid to practice all the time. I have to do this. I have to do that. Right.
Yeah.
Well, I got to pay the bills. Right.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
our response. Right.
Yeah.
Family. Yeah, you got family that me pinches metiches. Right?
Always, dude. Always.
Getting in the
They're
fucking way.
Simone.
So I read this that
Simon.
lack of commitment. I saw it on another article I was looking at that they did a survey, and they said like 92% of the people said that that's why they wanted to get divorced, because of lack of commitment. It's like, why are you married then, right?
Yeah.
It's like, and it's true. You look at a lot of people now. I think now it's with the social media,
Absolutely.
all that other shit, where there's always someone waiting for, especially
Absolutely.
women,
Yeah.
right? I honestly believe that every woman, married or not,
Has dudes in the DMs.
Yep, has at least
Has-
1 to 5 dudes in the DMs.
Waiting to be called up to the
Yep,
starter position.
yep.
Absolutely.
That's all it is. It's like,
100%.
they're just
Yep.
fucking bullpen.
And it doesn't matter what, I'm not body shaming or disgracing any woman, but it doesn't matter what a woman looks like.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone's got every woman can go out and have it that day.
Yeah.
Fuck, man,
Absolutely.
you can
You'd be replacing
fucking
a heartbeat.
5'2", fucking 200 pounds, fucking titties with nipples going in different directions.
Absolutely.
I want her.
Yeah. And there's gonna be a dude that's like, absolutely, I'm into
100%.
it. I love her. Like, I just can't wait for her and her man to break up.
The fucking simps, man, they're just fucking sitting there like with the stupid ass lines. Oh, look at those beautiful lips, and
Oh yeah.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah.
You're so amazing.
Absolutely.
Shut the fuck up. Live with her. Live with her. See how
Yeah.
fucking awesome she is.
But like Juvenal said, it don't matter how fucking beautiful the woman is.
Absolutely.
Somewhere,
Some guy somewhere is tired,
tired
of
of
her
her
shit.
shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It doesn't matter. Like, you know what I mean? There's, it's a double-edged sword. There's a point, there's an edge on each side.
Yep.
I know, but that's just, oh man, it just frustrates me because you see a lot of these women too, and I think that's why we're in a place that we are, because this goes to, where's the fucking camera? Put that on me here. We have to stop telling a lot of these women that they're better than they really are.
Oh, dude, we got to start
We're
telling
fucking,
them they're ugly.
we're
Start telling the
fucking
ugly ones they're ugly.
basic bitches. Like I said, it's like you're fucking mediocre at best, and you're there thinking that you have everybody, and because they do. Like most women, I think we're all programmed to like fuck 85% of women out there, at least.
To fuck them?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. We're
Okay, I get
like
it.
we don't do it, but like
I am a happily married man.
shut up, bro.
I really am.
It's that.
We know that you're
I mean, but I
happily married.
it's that dog.
It's that dog in you, but
Oh fuck. But no,
But yeah, we gotta. Man, some of these women are ridiculous. Like they think they're prizes. They're this and that. Yeah, you can be nice, you can be pretty, but what else do you have to offer?
Yeah, right.
Like, do you want me to
Well,
take
we-
care of you? Like,
well,
I'll do some shit. I'll pay the bills, but you have to be in the kitchen. You got to do all that other stuff.
I want you barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. Dude.
Yeah,
Like
well,
that's
I don't want any
washing
more
dishes.
kids, but it's like,
Yeah.
like there's a trade off, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna take care of you. You have to do this.
right.
Yeah.
But you got some women that are like, oh, like I'm old fashioned. It's like I need you to do all this for me. I was like, if you're old fashioned, you have to be in the kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, and they're not. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's like
we
so
just
then-
had the conversation before this podcast started.
I know,
Right?
It's like,
oh, but I want somebody. I want their money, and I want their house, and I want them to provide everything, and I'm still going to do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
and be in charge, make
Yeah.
all the decisions.
Yeah.
And I find that when you get those guys that like just let their wives do whatever, it might work for some people, right? Like, I don't want to deal with anything,
It's not worth the fight.
Yeah, it's not worth the fight. Sometimes it's like, sometimes those are broken men, but I think we got to get to the point where like I don't respect a lot of those guys. They're like, oh yeah, she can do whatever,
Yeah.
And I was one of those guys, it's like, and I fucking hated myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'd provide for the family, and my wife would just like whatever she wanted to do is like, that was it.
But I think that goes. I agree with you. I do. But if you're in,
Says a happily married guy.
Says the happily married guy, right? No, but like, it's a give and take though. Like I really don't give a shit what Diana does, right? But I also get that in return, and we have the same goals.
Bro, that's a lie.
Bro,
That's a
so
lie.
I'm not really talking. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about someone has to make the fucking final decision.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where it comes down to.
Yeah.
And Diana makes that final decision, and the Benz go to her house.
She thinks she does.
Yeah, right. That's what he's gonna say. Of
I
course,
manipulate it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like,
Okay, fair.
we want to. Hey, I'm gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna do all the stuff. I'm gonna take care of you and protect you. You have to do this stuff. I don't mind doing the other stuff. I don't mind cleaning. I don't mind, cooking and stuff like that. I'll do that stuff whenever.
I would rather be the cook.
But if I'm gonna do the majority of paying the bills and all this other stuff, and you still want me to do all this, and that, I have to have that final say.
Right? Like, what do you bring to the table? Because
Yeah.
I brought the fucking table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. I agree. Again,
that's where I stand with stuff like, I'll take care of you, but this is a trade-off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you know what? When that fucking intruder's coming through the fucking door, guess who's getting up?
Yeah.
Me.
Right?
It's like, I'm not expecting you to fucking do it. I'm not. There's a
something
trade-off.
on
When the fucking ship is sinking, I'm not on the fucking life raft.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Like,
Yeah,
all right,
no,
go ahead, get on.
100%.
And I was like,
100%.
I'm gonna fucking jack. Just Rose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room on there, bitch.
Yeah.
You got to stay on it, and whether even
We're gonna go down with the ship. Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
that's the thing.
No, you're right.
So there's a quote that I saw not too long ago, and it says, "A man will give his life for his family. A woman would give her family for her feelings." Because they base everything on emotions, right?
Absolutely.
So when we're talking about that lack of commitment, those women, well, I don't feel this way, and this guy made me feel like this. I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
And that fucking sucks.
Yeah, because it is they definitely are they're more emotional creatures.
Yeah.
Right.
But it doesn't make it right.
Absolutely.
No,
it's not right. But
anyway, we'll go on with the list real
what do
quick.
you mean? They're women, bro. They're always right.
Shit, I used to call my ex-wife Google. She knew everything.
Shit.
I called Diana Dr. MD. Or just like Dr. Diana. Like, she knows like anything wrong. Like, oh, it's this. Like, yeah.
WebMD over there.
Yeah, easy
That's
there.
because they just put alcohol on it. They're Mexican, dude.
Right.
Just put alcohol. Put
Vapor
lemon
rub.
on it.
Vapor rub.
Vapor rub.
Drink some 7-Up. It's a cracker. I got cancer.
I got cancer. Yeah. Just drink some lime.
You're
just drink
fine.
some lime.
Some lime with honey.
Yeah.
Apple cider vinegar now. That's the new
Yeah,
one.
right.
Is it?
That's what I've
I
been
didn't know they
told.
sold that in Mexico.
All right. What
They
else?
sell everything in Mexico.
All right. So we have domestic violence. So that's a given, right? Can't be beating on your women.
But dude, there's stupid women that stay with it.
Well,
Like they like
that's
being
true.
beat.
So I read an article, and it's pretty much the women that do that usually the ones that are uneducated or they don't have the financial means to go anywhere, right?
And that's going to wrap. No, I'm kidding.
You don't even want to get into it. Huh?
Like I just, I know women
we-
that, like stay with, like, oh here, let me beat the shit out of you, and I'm gonna call the cops, and you're gonna go to jail, and then I'm gonna bail you out.
Yeah. Right.
Like that doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I've never understood.
Hey.
It. I never will.
It happens on Friday or Saturday, bails him out Sunday, and he goes to work on Monday.
Absolutely,
And
right?
so
You gotta get
that's,
that full
that's
check.
usually what's going to be.
Yeah,
That's what I was reading. That most of the time they leave because they don't have financial,
the financial
support.
stability
Yeah,
or somewhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Then you also have that feeling of like, oh, I failed. Like women don't like being wrong.
They're never wrong.
No, they don't like being wrong. So when they say like, they'll stick somewhere because like, oh, I got myself into this and I said it wasn't going to be like this and it turned out to be like this.
yeah.
So I'm gonna try to make it not be like this.
1
by
+ 1
lying.
is 5, and they
Yeah.
will fight that until the day they die.
Yep. Okay, and then you have marrying too young.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, you got married young though.
But I
How old are you?
know
How old are you when you got married?
21. So I wasn't
So-
super young, but
You dumb son of a
young.
bitch.
You want to know what I was doing at 21? I wasn't getting fucking married.
No.
Fair.
But then again,
But I'm a rare breed. My wife tells me that. No.
And no, she doesn't. She doesn't
No,
say
she
that.
don't tell me that.
best in breed or
But no, I don't know. My mom and dad got married young, and
That was a
Diana,
different time, bro.
no, I know, but
It's true.
I
They didn't
guess
even have internet.
they didn't. You're
And
right.
they probably didn't have a fucking TV.
No, they did. They had the
They
box one.
they married like this one likes me. I'm gonna marry her.
My mom and dad.
Now we look on the
They
internet. Like,
graduated in June and were married in August.
oh my god.
Oh shit!
Fucking right out of high
Real
school.
young.
Yeah. So I always had young parents. Like when I graduated 2008, my mom and dad were 38.
They're 12.
So
I can't even do the math. My dad was.
they're 20 years older than me. So it's easy. I got that increment.
Yeah.
But so I guess I always kind of, I mean, I wasn't the weirdo that was like, oh, I'm gonna this is gonna be my life and I'm gonna be married. Like it just happened. But
Fool, you got her pregnant. It just
Is that what
happened.
happened?
Don't fucking lie.
Oh,
Don't
God.
fucking lie to these people. You got her pregnant.
No wonder your Salvador really hates you
Yeah.
deep down inside.
she was
No
pregnant.
way.
Huh?
The Swagado dude, what's his name? Your Swagado, bro. Your father-in-law, for
Chema?
those that don't
Yeah,
speak
Chema.
the old Spanish.
Chema?
Dude, he's cool.
He is. He look cool.
Yeah.
Again, they
Deep
all,
down inside.
they
he's
all
just-
like
Oh,
him.
absolutely.
Deep down
bro.
inside, you know, he
deep,
fucking
deep
wants
down
to
inside,
say-
he's like, fucking Ryan doesn't know how to pull any fucking weeds.
Yeah.
Because every time he's there, he's doing yard
Fuck, you
work.
can't even pull out. How we can pull weeds?
Because every time he's there, he's doing yard work, dude. When they used to live in their rental, is like they'd show up and then be like, "Why is your father-in-law always outside doing yard work?" Like, I get it; it's in his DNA, you know, because he's Mexican. But like, why is he always doing yard work? And then it's like, oh, because Ryan doesn't do any fucking yard work.
Oh, quit it.
I don't either, bro. You see my backyard?
He's got tumbleweeds in his backyard.
I got 2 lions back there, hyenas.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh, man.
yeah.
What else do we have here? We have incompatibility. Yep. Incompatibility.
Again,
Yeah.
why get married
Yeah.
if you're not compatible?
Well, why do we get with the girls when we're younger? Because they're pretty.
Yeah.
But
Bro.
you don't marry. You don't have to marry them.
No, but that's what we used to always think, right? Like, oh, we got the hot girl. She can be dumb as fuck.
Oh,
So they were
absolutely.
like, I'm gonna
Yeah,
put my
if you
seed
get-
inside her. And then you're going to have dumb fucking kids.
Yeah. Well,
But you don't have to marry like that. And again, I guess that goes. I don't know.
I mean, it's
don't
changing
know,
now.
'cause times change.
So
Times are changing.
when you say
Yeah.
incompatibility, like, how compatible are you with your wife?
We are the
Absolutely.
definition of opposites attract. 100%.
Right. But that's the thing is, like, even in my relationship with Sarah, like, we're pretty opposite in a lot of things. But like,
I think
I mean, if I wanted to marry somebody that did everything that I do, like, I'd marry a man. You know, like,
I'm single.
I don't want.
I like guns.
Like,
I like shooting
I
shit.
don't want somebody that does the shit that everything that I do. Like, you know
no,
what I
and,
mean?
and
Like,
that it helps.
like, I would like to.
Did I just get turned down?
I think so.
I got rebuffed up. Like, well, I don't want to do everything you do. Like, fuck you. I'm staying over here by myself.
but you
Can't even afford you anyways.
I make my own money.
That's right. He makes his own money.
But yeah, like, I just, you know what I mean? I don't want somebody does every fucking thing that I do. Like, I don't like.
No, you're right. No, yeah. I am not outdoorsy compared to an outdoorsman, but I enjoy being outside outdoors. I like going to the mountains. I like duck hunting. Well, love duck hunting, you know.
Mhm.
Diana maybe goes in the backyard. That's about as
Her
far as
outdoorsiness is drinking on the patio.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
Which is cool too.
right. But
So you're saying we're gonna go camping without her?
100%. And she'd be totally fine with that. If she doesn't have to be there, she's okay. Like, go have fun.
Fucking going glamping, huh? Just
Well,
But even glamping for her has to be like state hookup, water hookup, like dry camping. She'll go for the day. She might stay the night, but other than that, like, no, she don't want to do it.
just leave her out there.
They never did it growing up, and so
That should make her want to do it even more as an adult. There's a lot of stuff I didn't do growing up that I love doing as an adult, like
Coke.
well, that escalated quickly.
Oh, sorry guys. It's just my bad.
Anyway,
I don't like doing coke. I just like the smell of it.
Yeah, right.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's bad for you.
What else do we have
Really
here?
bad for you.
Lack of equality.
Which
I don't.
are you really equal? Because I think that the term of equality, or the idea that men and women are equal, is what's wrong with society. Because I shouldn't say that out loud, but women will never be equal to men.
You just
and men
think
will
it
never
really
be,
loud.
Yeah, men will never. You know what I mean? Like you're not equal. You really aren't. Like you're.
That's what we were talking about earlier, right? We each have roles, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going to do
Right.
this, you have to do this.
Absolutely. Like you're not equal.
You don't have to do it all the time. I can do some of it,
Right.
but
Yeah.
you're going to be stuck with it most of the time.
Yeah.
I think that equality ends at rights. Like I think women and
Shouldn't
men
have.
should have.
rights.
Shouldn't have
Yeah, they shouldn't have any.
But you know what I'm saying?
They should definitely
Like,
shouldn't have
the
voting
right to
rights.
vote.
So women should have equal rights and lefts.
Yeah. Yeah. So what? You don't think women should vote?
No, I said they should.
Oh.
But to sit here and say that a woman is as strong as men,
Oh, absolutely.
like that,
Yeah.
no, that ain't right.
Yeah.
That's not. There's no equality there.
No.
There's women that are stronger than some men,
Absolutely.
but like that's the few and far between.
Yeah.
Right. Like
And that's because they trained for it, and that's what they
Right.
set
But yeah,
up, right?
I do believe that women and men are not equal, right? Like we all have our own, I guess, strengths.
Yeah.
Right. Like and there's some things that
more than
women do.
physicality,
You know what I
but
mean?
yeah,
Like women do things that men can't do, and there's a lot of things that men do that women can't do, and I do believe that as a society we've lost track of that.
Yep.
Right, we've lost sight of that, and everybody wants all this equality, and it's like, no, you don't. You really don't.
If you
we cannot be equal, because then they want to be fucking people to fucking clean toilets and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Which,
Or we'd all be cleaning toilets. You know, like
yeah,
that's how equality works, right? Like you can't be this, you can't be that, because we need doctors and we need people to clean this. We need
yeah.
people to do HVAC stuff, and you know,
I could
people
do.
to
I got
fucking.
Roger. I got a kink in my neck, but will you help me?
you
wanna
turned
happy
him down.
Oh,
Happy ending?
You turned him down earlier.
yeah, I know.
You're like, oh, now you need me, motherfucker. Huh? Now I look at feeling that.
God,
I don't like doing things. I don't like doing all the things you like doing. All right, what else do we have?
Financial
Infidelity. Oh,
What does that
I
mean?
had that one.
What does that mean?
That's when your spouse spends so much money it fucks up your finances.
Oh, that's me.
So my ex-wife, it was like 50 grand in credit cards.
Oh wow, jeez. Yeah,
And she always says, you know,
but see, so isn't it? Wouldn't you think that financial, like overextending their budgets, isn't that? I mean, shouldn't like they put all of the financialness or financial issues into money issues, right? Which is number 3. Wouldn't you think that would be?
Yes, but it wouldn't.
sort
look
of.
Good. It
But,
wouldn't look good for that.
Oh,
Like,
it wouldn't
But
look good for
financial
Google, got it.
infidelity, it means that they're hiding it from you. So like, you know, you're like racking up, you know,
yeah,
what was it on Grandma's Boy? It's like, I gave you the money for rent. You spend it on hookers? The massage therapist.
Roger was there.
I was there.
how much you make?
Not enough. You know, look at me.
Whatever rent was.
And I was like, well, here's the worst part, right? Like I had to give her some money for that too when we got divorced, so she can pay off some of that debt.
That's bullshit.
So yeah, I had to give her 80 grand. It cost me 80 grand to get divorced.
Crap.
Yeah,
Wow.
I got the house, but
I bet you she's still in debt.
oh yeah, probably.
That's nuts. Anyway,
You
Let's
know,
go
I
on
think
to
once
the lighter
you
subject.
learn how to, you know, you learn how to live like that. It's just,
Bitches be crazy.
and then overextending their budgets. I don't know. That's probably
Kind of all wraps up in the
Yeah.
same thing, though.
yeah, right. I feel like it's all. So there's going to be infidelity, which is still right. I feel like infidelity and money, right, are the
Mhm.
two biggest, and then abuse, obviously. But like,
Yeah.
but Yeah.
families. I think family plays a big part.
Yeah,
too,
I don't think family gets enough fucking attention, man. Because like I said, once you fucking put it out there, you know,
Yeah.
like Ryan thinks his suegro, Gemma loves him, but one day he's gonna.
I'm not his favorite. That's for sure.
I don't feel like, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't like to air out the dirty laundry of other stuff, like to my family. Like I have issues, and yes, our relationship has issues, but like that's between her and I. Like,
But that's your.
that's the way that I.
Yeah, that's you. I mean,
true.
that's your dynamics, right?
Yeah, but again, it goes back to
some
being
people
men, because as men, we don't really like to talk about our issues, right, or our problems to anybody else.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean,
So
people in general. I can't just say women, because there are some men, but like that's their outlet, and they go to their family. And like you were saying earlier, like once you paint that picture of a person,
yeah, there's no erasing it.
yeah,
Or you'll tell the primo, and then the primo tells your tia, and then your tia tells
Yeah.
your mom, and then
Yeah.
your mom tells your sisters, and that's how it goes, right?
Yeah, right. And then
So,
it
like-
also gets blown out of proportion, because it's like, because you tell one person, then one person makes it a little bit more exaggerated, and
100%.
especially in the Hispanic families, right? Because them women are drama all the time, and they over exaggerate everything.
Pinche chismosas.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Roger, when you went through your divorce, did you see anybody? As we're going to ties, I guess since we're talking about it, like, did you go to a counselor?
Nah, man, I couldn't afford it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was stuck in that rock and the hard place. We're like,
they were $80,000 in credit card debt.
no, it was 50,000,
No,
but then
50,
I had to give her 80 grand to get a divorce. So
Like
take money out of the house, so everything jumped up and stuff. We tried counseling beforehand, but
you didn't go. But you didn't go to like an individual therapist yourself.
No, not afterwards,
Okay.
or doing or anything.
See, I tried. I did. I didn't say I tried. I did. Right. I went to the doctor. The doctor put me on antidepressants. And I saw a therapist like once a week for just a few weeks. And he was like, "What do you do? What do you like to do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you in this funk?" Right. And because I didn't want to admit to him that the fact that we were going through a divorce. Right? I just kind of talked to him to feel what he was going to say, because he rolled in with a laptop with a, big fist on it and a rainbow and, and I'm like, this dude, what the fuck are you going to help me with, bro? And turns out that he was a therapist in the Army, right? Because when he dropped the F-bomb, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. I've been doing this in the Army for a long time. Are you okay with me cussing? Because if not, I can reel it back." And I'm like, "Fucking A, dude. You talk however you want to." Right? Because at that point, like that fucking sticker on your, you know what I mean? Yeah. I judge the book by its cover. That fucking sticker on your laptop, man, doesn't mean shit to me anymore, right? You don't talk to me like a man. Let's talk like men, right? You're not that super professional person, and I agree, and I completely I can understand that, and I want to.
You just took your customer service voice
absolutely,
off.
Absolutely, right? So we talked, and went through some stuff, and he gave me some advice, right? Just kind of try to get back to normal, I guess, right? So they gave me the pills, right? The old happy pills.
Did they work?
To a certain extent, yeah. I went through probably 90 days worth, and I started weaning myself off of them because I didn't want to be dependent on those. Right. So I'm a firm believer that if you can talk to somebody, you should. But I don't think that you should talk to somebody every day, or at least, you know what I mean? Like for the rest of your life, you know what I mean? Like if you got to talk, if you have to talk to a counselor for, once or twice a week for the rest of your life, there's something else going on.
Yep.
And you're not telling them something because there is something else. I don't know if inside of you and your brain, whatever, like there are people that are crazy, dude, and then they probably should, but like, I feel like as a normal person, like it's okay to seek help. Yeah. But I don't think that you need to, I don't know how to say it without being an asshole, but like you shouldn't have to see somebody every fucking week for the rest of your fucking life.
Right.
Because if you do, they need to put you on a stronger medication.
Yeah.
So, or you need to change.
Deeper.
I guess you need to change something about your life that makes you that fucking miserable.
Yeah.
Right. Whether it's the drugs, the alcohol, the relationship, doesn't matter. Right. If you need to talk to somebody,
Something's toxic in your life.
something is fucked up in your life if you need it every day, or if you need it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But there is people that you need to see to help you because, like, going through a traumatic event, anything that's life changing, you're not really, I guess you're not really made to deal with all that. And there's a lot of reason, and not having anybody to go to or not having an outlet for it is a lot of the reason that, like, men kill themselves.
It's a lot of them. We have almost 50,000 suicides every year in the United States.
Yeah.
It's high.
And the majority of them are men.
Yep. About 70%.
Yeah. Because you don't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, we get stuck in that cycle. It's ugly. Like, that's why I was asking about the medication, because sometimes some of the side effects are like suicidal thoughts. I was like, well, why would I want to take that?
Right.
Like, I wasn't thinking about killing myself that much. Yeah. Now this is going to make me go down that line.
And that's the extreme, right? But I think that's a thing in all medications. Like, I got a slight cough. Oh, take this pill. Okay, now, but then I'm going to have like weight gain or diabetes, like all the side effects.
Yeah, right.
I think I'll live with the cough.
Like, I think I'll live with this. I think I'll live with this headache. And
like, I was sad before. Now I'm even more sad because I just shit myself.
Yeah, right. I got to bring extra clothes everywhere.
There we go.
Yeah, but no, I definitely
at the counselors. Here we go.
What happened? What's that medicine you
Fuck
gave?
Fucking dick.
But you're laughing just to keep from crying.
That's all I got left. I don't have that much going on for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Drugs, they're there, but they're definitely not the answer. So
it shouldn't be a long-term solution.
Right.
Right. The antidepressants or whatever you have to take, the drug isn't the answer.
So did you feel like shit? Is that why you wanted to go see the counselor? Or I fucking felt horrible.
I felt like dog shit every day. Like I just I didn't want to be alive.
Bro?
Yeah.
Fuck. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah. Like you didn't even know which way was up, which way was down.
Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like I think it's sometimes a lot of people are like, oh, do you miss, her or whatever? It's like, no, I miss the routine, right?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You have a routine.
Yeah.
Like I see my kids, or we do this on the weekend. We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I just sit here sometimes by myself when my son's not here.
That's the fucking hardest part.
When you're by your fucking
silence.
self.
Yeah.
Like last night, I was like the big reason that I've been doing this because it keeps me busy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I'm constantly down here. Like my son's not here. I'll stay here till like fucking 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Doing something, looking at research or.
Yeah, going home to an empty house is the worst fucking part of it, right? Yeah. The silence is what like is the loudest. It like makes you not want to be there anymore, right? So that's why, like, again, even when she left and I quit drinking, I'd go to the bar every day because my friends were there, because there was people there, right? So I would just sit there and I'd drink water and I'd take something to eat to go, and I would roll out. I'd go home. I'd get stoned to shit. I'd eat my dinner and a fucking half-gallon of ice cream, and I'd go to bed. Right?
Healthy.
Yeah, real healthy. and then you'd wake up and you do it again because like it sucked to be home alone. Like, you get used to, coming home to a family, and then one day it's gone and you're like, oh, this sucks. So I got under the antidepressants and stuff, and I feel like it took, a week or so for them to kick in. Because they say, your depression is like a chemical imbalance or whatever the fuck it is. Well, and they did help. I do feel like they helped take me out of just that really dark hole, and
like enough for you so you can do your fucking dishes.
Yeah, once, yeah, exactly, right.
So because sometimes I'm like, fuck, I don't want to do shit.
I don't want to do nothing, right? All I wanted to do was lay on the couch,
mm-hmm.
And so we got to that point, and I got out of that deep dark hole, and then I was like, okay, this whatever's in my head is fake, right? Because like this isn't me, this isn't natural,
right?
This is a chemically induced happiness.
Yeah,
it wasn't even happiness. It was like you're just okay with the situation. You're not happy about it, but you're okay with it. So I just kind of
which if I can find weird. I don't know,
huh?
I find that fucking weird. How like
that you're just
that a thing.
Yeah, you're not okay, but you're okay.
You're content.
Yeah, and you're not happy, but you're okay.
Yeah,
and so I got to that point, and I started slowly weaning myself off of them, right? Because they say that you can go through like a detox of them, withdrawals. Mm-hmm. And so I would, I'd go a couple of days with them, and then I would miss a day. And then I'd go a couple of days with them, and I'd miss a day. And I'd go a couple of days with them, 2 or 3 days, and then I'd stop. And then I'd take them for 2 or 3 more days, and I'd stop. And then it went down to every other day. And then I was just like, all right, cool. One every third day. And then it was like, I still have over half a bottle of them. You know what I mean? And I went through the first little bottle, which was a 30-day deal. Mm-hmm. And then the other one was a 90-day deal. And like, I still have half of that 90-day one. And like, it's been over a year since I've taken them.
Dump them.
Actually, the only reason that I had them is because I just found them the other day.
I stopped taking them because I couldn't find them. No. Fucking living on the edge. I was like, what happened? I didn't want to look for them. Fucking, I was sad.
Yeah. You couldn't even chew them up. Like, these things fucking sucked. But, you couldn't chew them, couldn't snort them, couldn't do anything with them. So, so I just, the other day I ran into them, right? I found them, and they were in the cabinet.
They're like, hey.
You miss me. And I was like, they're just there. I mean, I don't feel like I need them anymore, but obviously I'm not in that headspace anymore either.
Right.
No, because you're in your, I don't know, Sarah, right?
Yeah.
You guys are trying to work it out.
Yeah.
So how's that all going? How's she feeling with that? And
so, like I said, she doesn't live with me. We're not in the point where like she's moving back in or anything, And I mean, and obviously, like she's had some like stressful, situations in that house that I live in, right? So like when even at the beginning of her coming over, she's like, I just don't want to be there. I don't want to be in that house. And I'm like, well, okay, well, I know how you feel because I used to fucking not want to be here either, right? So that's the hard part for her, right? Because it's like where we started our family. So there's always bad memories. I mean, there's good memories, but there's a lot of bad memories there. So she lives, about a half hour away. But like they stayed this weekend, just because she was like, well, I don't really want to go all the way home. So we all hung out there, and like yesterday we didn't do much. We just kind of hung out at the house. She had some plans that she that fell through, but like we just hung out on the house, and it was a good weekend, just chilling at home, but yeah, no, the situation between her and I is getting better, right? Like I do think that we will get remarried, when the time comes. So
congratulations.
So
no, that's awesome. That's awesome.
But you always have a lot of like insecurities, right? Like, do you have like? Does she have insecurities? Or do you have insecurities?
I mean, of course, dude. There's you have that like you've left once. What stops you from leaving again?
That's a big one right there,
right? And for her, I would assume because I don't know. I don't think this way, but you know what I mean. Like for her, it's like, oh, are you just putting on this fake fucking person so I can move back, and then when I come back, you're just going to be an asshole again?
Oh, so how's the like? So you're trying to be consistent with all the other stuff.
So
right?
So I quit. I mean, I didn't quit drinking, right? But I slowed down the drinking way much.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you quit for a while, though.
Yeah, I quit for a few months.
I haven't seen you at Ryan's for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was there the other night, and he was like, "Oh, you want a beer?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really."
I was just waiting for the invite for Diana's birthday, but I never got it.
Oh, there was a birthday party for
right? You didn't get one either?
No. It must be still be in the mail.
Yeah, Uriel told me, and I was like, oh, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'm not doing nothing here by myself.
Yeah, that's cool.
Playing with razor blades and shit.
Anyway, moving on.
See? Bro. Just flipping this bullet up and down. That's all right.
I did invite you. I told you about it.
I don't recall.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the reminder.
It was started out as a surprise, and Diana's like, I don't want anybody here. I don't want to do anything for my birthday. I just want to hang out. I said, well, then in that case, you need to start preparing mentally because there's going to be people here. But
yeah,
but no, it wasn't nothing big.
No, it must have not been that big. We didn't get the invite.
It really wasn't.
Right. Were you one of those people that was going to show up?
No, I think there was like 4 people.
Oh, you was one of them.
He was.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, we cut you off. For where were we about the insecurities that we have and the intensities?
For sure, right? Yeah. So I mean, there's always, you know what I mean. I like to think that I have changed a lot over this. just because like you see like the effects of who you were, I guess, who you were, and like the things you used to do and how they affect other people.
Yeah.
Like
well, you learn. I mean, that's the
absolutely.
whole thing.
Right.
I think sometimes when you get that divorce too, right? It's like, oh man, I should have done this differently, right?
Yeah.
And, like I've told Ryan before, we're kind of dumb creatures, right? We have this problem between consistency and intensity.
Yeah.
Right. So when we're losing our spouse or our girlfriend or whatever, what do? Oh man, I got to do this. I'm going to change. Right.
Yeah.
So we set it all up and
you try to get them back.
Yeah. I'm going to buy you flowers. I'm going to take you out to dinner. I'm going to.
But you should have done that shit before they got to this point.
I know. But that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So then what happens? We get them back. Everything settles down.
Yeah.
What happens? We go back to how we were before.
Yeah, exactly.
Then they get mad. They want to leave.
Yeah.
And then you go with the intensity again.
Yeah. And then you turn it back up.
Right.
So it comes in waves.
Yep.
So, I mean, we can do things consistently, like, tell them, hey, we love you. You're the only one for me. Reassurances. You can buy them flowers once a month or whatever. Take her out to dinner.
Yeah, absolutely.
A date, whatever. The little things that they need. I'm going to do the dishes. I'm going to put this away. All this other stuff, right?
Yeah, the shows that you care.
Yeah, shows that you're there and you're understanding what she
needs. I hope you're
needs.
listening, Ryan. I hope you're listening.
Yeah. We can
What's
do all the little things. Sorry, I was ignoring you. What? But
no.
Like I've told Ryan this story about this kid that I ran into a few years ago. And the kid was probably like 24, 25. And this comes about when we're talking about intensity, right? Where we're trying so hard to, get this girl, right? So this kid, go pee. So this kid, he goes and sees me. I do massage, right? And he's jacked up. He's all tense and everything. And I go, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, oh, man, I'm so stressed out. I have all this debt. I got like $11,000, $12,000 worth of debt on a credit card. And I was like, was it a woman? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, what happened, right? And he's like, bro, I work with this girl. I think they worked at Walmart or something. Like he worked in the automotive department changing oil, and then she was just like in the regular part or whatever. So he doesn't make money, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not good money, right? It's like starter job, So he likes this girl, and they go back and forth, and they're nice. She's nice to him or whatever. Well, this guy's like, I'm gonna impress her. I'm gonna take her out. I'm gonna make her my girlfriend. So what does this guy do? He rents an Escalade, right? He gets a credit card, gets approved for like $10,000. He's like, oh, I'm gonna rent an Escalade and go pick her up, take her out or whatever. So he talks to her and convinces her to go to Seattle with him for the day. And so he's like, she says, yeah, or whatever. I'm like, I'll go. So he picks her up in this Escalade on, Saturday morning, Friday morning. I can't remember what he said, but they go drive. They go get breakfast or lunch or brunch or something. Pays $100 for that. So renting that Escalade cost him like $400, right? So he's already $500 in. Right? All right, not a big deal. Then he takes her to like the surprise. Guess where he took her?
The Space Needle.
No.
Oh, damn it.
This motherfucker rented a yacht.
Oh, no.
And to have it with a captain, it's $1,000 an hour.
Oh, no.
And the minimum you can rent it for is 4 hours.
Oh, no. I'm good, Ryan.
So he rented it, right? $4,000, $500 tip. They gave him like, I don't know, lunch or something on there. They cruise around. I don't know where they were cruising around, but I want to say like Lake Union or something like that or whatever. So then he's like, oh man, we're having a good time, right? So he's already $5,000 in, right? With the tip and the renting of the truck and everything. Then he goes, I'm going to impress her even more. Took her to Louis Vuitton. Bought her a $2,300 purse. At this point, you'd think that this girl would be like, oh, I don't like you like that. Thanks. Like the yacht, you can't do nothing about it because you kind of surprised her with it, right? Yeah. So like at that point, he's fucked him anyway. But she took the purse, whatever. She was all happy. He's like, oh man, got it in the bag, right? Took her out to dinner.
Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Those things aren't cheap.
I wouldn't know. I've never bought one.
So he takes her out to dinner, drops another $200-$300 on dinner. They go out bar hopping or whatever, spends out a few more $100. And rented this hotel room. I can't remember what hotel room it was, but he said it was like $400 a night. Something ridiculous like that.
Jesus Christ.
So they go to the hotel room, right? Or to the hotel, and they're in the lobby. You know what she tells them?
Guess.
I want to go home.
Close.
I need my own room.
Oh, no.
So he's like, I go, oh man. I go, how'd that feel? He was like, man, I felt like I got kicked in the nuts.
Damn.
Like,
I'd have been like, there's
so,
so
right?
down the road and you can do your own.
Right.
So he's like, oh, shit, right? And so she goes and she takes the room, right? And luckily he said like whoever was there in the working the front desk was like, and it was kind of late, so like, oh, we'll hook you up, bro. We'll give you a discount on this other room. It wasn't even on the same floor.
Jesus. So I would have stayed in the fucking
It's
Escalade.
like, fuck yeah, right? Like,
Right?
I would have fucking left her there.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, oh,
I'll
for
get your
real?
own ride.
Yeah. Like, you can sleep on the floor, I guess.
Yeah, and he says like, yeah, man, it's like fucking horrible. And like, I go, that's intensity, right, man? We were trying so hard, and like our heads are not in the right place.
No.
Like we have to make those decisions to make sure that they're gonna align with what that other person is also expecting.
Yeah, because you could have got denied just taking her. Like, you could have just went down to the
Coffee.
and been like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, let's go on a coffee date and let's feel this thing out first, and then you know what I mean. Like, I don't understand why people spend that kind of money on dates, and then
Yeah, especially because you can't afford them, right? And I was
exactly. Like,
like,
I mean, if you
well,
have that
you're-
kind of money just
like-
laying around, it's a different story.
Right.
Right.
That's why I told him, like, hey, like you can't afford that. Like that's not you. Like
Yeah.
we think like it's a lifetime
Overextending
dream.
their budgets.
Yeah,
I'm just
overextending your budget. He didn't have a budget. That's the thing. My budget. So I got to take you from the couch to the fridge and the
And
pantry.
back.
That's
You
right.
can fucking pick whatever you want, girl. I'll make it for you.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
Whatever flavor top ramen you can
right.
have. Shit, we'll mix two of them together. It's not crazy. Yeah.
I only have beef.
Can't even get the chicken.
Loser.
I like the beef. I don't know.
Yeah. That's
But that's the thing, right? So he said, like, the drive home was
Awkward.
fucking awkward as fuck. He said, like, I don't think we said two words to each other.
damn.
I go, did you take her out for breakfast? Like, fuck that. It's like,
Did you ask her to split the gas bill?
you think you should have?
Hey, we got to fill this thing back up before I take it back to the rental
At that
company.
point, I think he
Back
had
to equality.
invited her, so
Back to equality.
Back at
Right.
equality.
we're going to be equal.
Yeah.
We're going to be equal.
Wow, we're just going to be friends.
Yeah.
You had one job on this date and you failed.
Yeah. Jeez.
I mean,
Yeah.
even
then,
for a
like,
piece of
that's-
ass, man.
yeah, but
Just
even
you
then,
pay for a
that's-
piece of
that's-
ass, you pay
that's
150,
expensive, yeah. What?
Is that all it is?
Wait a minute. Maybe 200,
I don't know. I've never had in
Well,
a
I've
roundabout way.
heard-
In a roundabout way, you always pay for it. But yeah, I've never had to.
I've never
Had
cut
a-
the check for it or
Yeah,
swiped
well,
the debit card for it.
They take debit
Yeah,
card?
I know someone needs to get onto the back pages all the time and be like, oh, let's see what's here.
Bro, I had a friend of mine who did that, and he was just fucking around. Right, he had to go to Portland for something, and he calls me when he got back. He's like, "I don't know what the fuck to do," and I'm like, "Why? What happened?" He was like, "Dude, I was fucking around on Backpage, just messaging back and forth, and I got a fucking message from this dude who's like the pimp, and he knows like my name, where I live. I'm gonna come kill your fucking mom. Like you need, you owe me $500 fucking dollars. Blah blah." He's like, "Dude, I'm not gonna fucking pay him," and I was like, "Definitely gonna do shit. Hey, you need a gun? Because I'll let you borrow one, right? Like, will this make you fucking feel better?" But like, yeah, he was fucking around on the old back page, and they found him, and he was like, you were taking up time from 4 different girls or whatever the fuck it was, and yeah, like he was fucking terrified. And I was like, this flank can do shit, bro. What are you scared of? But yeah, it was
Damn.
yeah, like they were talking about
Too much
killing
work
his
to get
family.
the $500,
Yeah,
I
And
forgot
I'm
all
like,
about
what?
Like
Backpage.
you're gonna spend $300 on the fucking drive to wherever you're going.
yeah. And I'm like, dude, like that might scare somebody, like because they know all of your information, where you live, like all this other shit. You know what I mean? And like that might scare somebody to give them, oh fuck, they're gonna kill me. I better wire them money. Like it's an intimidation thing. But like, come find me, bro. Like, what is what it is. Like, But
You know-
yeah, that doesn't make no sense.
You know me. You know where I live.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk.
Yeah. I have it in cash, bro. Just come pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, oh shit. I was like, dude, that's what you get fucking around with the old back page, dumbass.
Yeah, I know that.
I forgot all about that.
That's just, I fucking haven't heard, I hadn't heard about that thing in years.
My buddy would always get on there and be like, I want to see what's on there. And go, there's actually girls on there? He's like, yeah, man. They'll come. He's like, I wait for the ones that come from Seattle. They'll come into Yakima.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I go, how much does that cost? He's like, 150, 200 maybe.
Damn.
He's like, they're nice. He says, they're nice. They're nice.
I don't know if I could do that.
I couldn't.
You're married, you know. You
Well,
shouldn't,
that's for sure.
You know.
Yeah, I should.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, but even in like my single years, you know what I mean? Like I don't think I could.
That's what was episode
again-
where we like my co-host totally single.
Yeah.
He's a street friend, Ryan.
Yeah, but like, how do you like? I don't know what is that. Is it? Well, would you call it desperation? Like, how
You'd
desperate
have
would you
to.
be to
I
have
would
to hire
think.
the
It'd
old
be desperate though,
prostitute?
like, or if you're tired of all the shit and you'd be like, "Hey, I'm gonna pay this girl $200."
Yeah, but I think even you could go to the nightclub and pick up the last girl there.
There's no nightclubs here, bro. Come
Bro.
on.
Back in the
Go
day.
ahead and
Back in the day.
First off, you're gonna spend $200 on fucking alcohol anyway.
Yeah, just to get the courage to talk to the ugly
Yeah.
one.
Hey, but you're still
Bottom
gonna
of the
take,
barrel.
You're still
Bottom-
gonna take her
Hey,
home.
But
for-
that's not a guaranteed
Hey.
thing though either.
no, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if
that's you. I mean, that's the way you feel.
So what I'm saying is morally, right? Like morally, I mean, I've done some fucking pretty unmoral things, but like I don't think I can. So when I die and they fucking read your eulogy or whatever, I want somebody to stand up and be like, hey, at least he's never hired a prostitute. Like does some fucked up things in life, but
he was slaying bitches.
that's a lie too.
Hallelujah.
But you know what I mean? Like, how could you like? I personally just couldn't do it. Like, to hire a prostitute.
$150
I think
$200. That's still a lot of money.
I think I'm on the edge. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think, like you say, like morally, you're like,
Yeah.
it's not right.
Yeah.
But it's like you start thinking about, like, man, I got to take out this girl just so maybe I can get laid. It's gonna cost me $300. You know? It's
Yeah,
like-
but
it's like-
I mean, at least yeah.
but, you know,
I don't
but I'm old fashioned, you know, because like I'm thinking like anybody buys me anything, I'm putting out, right?
yeah,
You know, but
but like,
but some of these women is like, oh man,
I got you a beer right now. Just
but,
saying.
but you have there's fucking apps for that.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't even have to pay them anymore. I guess.
I know, but there's some ugly motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, the three of us are ugly motherfuckers in here. I get it.
Hey, whoa,
See,
whoa,
that's not what Diana tells you. Bro.
you don't talk that way about Ryan.
That's not what Diana tells
But
me.
his wife says he looks fantastic
That's
every
right.
morning. Like,
Fuckers doubled in size since the day I met him.
That's facts. I'm happy.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like I don't think I could possibly do that.
It would. I don't know. I don't want to say I would never, but I can confidently say I highly doubt I would ever.
That's because your wife's still alive.
Facts. And
So what if she died and you're like in your late 40s? God forbid, right, that she dies. 'Cause, you know.
okay, but
And then you're like,
And you're lonely.
but
then you got diabetes and you lost your foot.
I think I'd rather take my chances and just try to go talk to people. 'Cause I don't know.
Now, some people have that. I mean, some people can do. I mean, you're a ladies' man and you're hung like a fucking mule.
Nah. Donkey.
Don't get fucking just meet, just fucking swing
in the
in.
wind, bud. Swing in the wind.
Your toilet water's cold.
You know, I think it's on. You know,
No, yeah. I mean, again, I don't want to sit here and be like, I would never. You never know.
But you never know what kind of situation you'll ever be in. But like to me,
But, like, right now, today-
as of right now, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
But then what were you saying? It's in a roundabout way. We always pay for it.
Oh,
absolutely.
For sure.
Right? Like you still
sure.
pay. You still pay for it now.
Yeah.
No, you don't even want to put out.
I don't.
Just afraid.
But she wants it 3 times. Euro's probably gonna listen to this eventually, but so sorry. But she wants it like all the fucking time. It's like, girl, like it's easy for you.
Yeah.
Oh, she makes you do all the work.
Yeah, she did all the.
I gotta hit the head.
Well, you gotta get.
Okay.
You know, it's
I
all.
don't have to do all the work per se, but like if I'm not aroused, it don't work, right?
So you're saying she doesn't turn you on?
Oh fuck! Here we go. Now we're getting too deep.
Yeah, I'm saying
She's
that's
gonna yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, all right. We'll
I
just
plead the
we'll stop
fifth.
right there, right?
I plead the fifth on this. Yeah, no, I love
I
that.
mean, like everybody's wired differently, right? Some people are like, "Hey, I don't want to deal with the girlfriend. I
I-
don't want to deal with the wife. I don't want to deal with the dating.
No, for sure.
Knock it out, $200. You know, do it twice a month or whatever. You know, or more. You know, whatever.
Yeah, but and again, I mean, I don't know.
It is the world's oldest profession, so
It's yeah,
you know,
and
it's like stood to the test of time. So
everybody has their needs, and I get that. And if I've never, and this is a humble brag, I guess, but it's not like I've never had to. I've never been in a position where I felt like I can't get somebody. You know what I mean?
wow,
Humble brag again.
wow.
But you know what I'm saying? Like I know guys.
Be humble.
I am.
Be humble.
I know guys though that have like if they hug a girl, that's like the fucking cherry on top for their year. Like it makes it.
Well, there's some sorry ass people out there, man. I mean, it's just some dudes just don't have it.
No,
They
right.
don't have the
And I'm not one of those dudes, I guess. So that's
'cause
why I
you're-
guess I can't say
because you've always been comfortable talking to people,
100%.
right? And I think
I had that conversation
like
today.
being single now, it's like it's easy, you know, like
Oh, for sure.
fighting.
Well, I mean, I'm
Whoa,
not single, but
whoa,
for sure.
whoa.
I know single guys.
You know, so it's like it's easy in this this day and age, you know, to just find someone if you want to hook up. It's not hard,
You still on this subject?
Well, we're just,
bro. We don't want to
he tried
stray
to,
off
he
and be off
tried
and come back.
to,
Didn't
he
wanna
tried to
change
bury me, and I would have gone home and had that D word. Like,
Shit. Don't say that out loud.
He didn't fall for it. He didn't fall for it. I
Put
mean,
that shit-
it's just
don't even put that shit in there.
I pled the fifth on it.
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you don't find her attractive?" Like, I stopped right there. And I'm done. Like,
Yeah, you were
because he was saying like,
Like,
well, I gotta be aroused. It's like, whoa.
but it's
What does
true.
that mean?
But is it not true?
I
For,
Do you-
never
do you-
for
does that
you
mean-
to
I've never had that issue. I've never had that issue.
where you can't be aroused?
No, where all she wants to do is fuck.
Oh, that issue. Yeah, that's fair.
You must be really good at it.
I'll record it next time.
Why is it on
I
his
just want the
ass?
audio, but I just want the audio. What?
You know what the audio.
What does Aaron say? I'm like, fuck you. He's like, nah, you didn't like it. I just laid there and sweat. Yeah.
Right here is right.
It sounds like a couple of baboons fucking.
Fucking sound like the fucking fat boys.
Wasn't it Kevin Hart said that in one of his stand-ups? I think he
What?
was talking about how they put a mirror up on the
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
above
yeah.
their bed, recorded it or some shit. And he's like, or it was the mirror. I'm blending two stories. He did the mirror thing, and it was like, yeah, I like looked in the mirror and I saw the bottom of her feet. Because then I realized it was my feet, and I was disgusted by it. I was like, oh, that was the worst decision ever.
Yeah, man, what are you going to fucking put the mirror up there? It's going to take you longer to fucking put the mirror up there than you're
Right?
doing it. Jesus. Yeah. No. But anyway, no, I've never been put in that situation, right? I don't know how to, respond to it.
That's fair. No, I was saying physically, like, the dudes have to fucking be into it, or it don't work.
Dumb women?
Huh?
If
But women
women
have
aren't
to be
into
in
it,
it?
it's called rape.
Yeah, but if she says, yeah.
That's
Psychopath.
different. That's
Yeah,
different.
fucking weirdo.
You can't rape the willing, and my wife is always willing.
Well,
Yeah, but you're always not willing.
Right. I get raped. But
Okay.
but men can't claim rape because it don't count.
no.
Because you got aroused.
Yeah, at some
Yeah.
point.
I mean,
It's not like you can just fucking blow it up with a pump.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Do you have a pump?
Oh, penis pump. You ever seen one?
I've seen them. I just,
Do they work?
I've never used one. I got a love dick, it's a lost cause.
They're all too small for me. No.
All right, but on
I
that,
don't.
on that note, here's the poll for all our listeners. All right, we're gonna look at this
Penis
poll right
poll.
here, and it says, according to a Glamour magazine poll, 68% of men would prefer to be 5'2" tall, right, with a 7-inch penis, and only 32% would prefer to be 6'2" inches tall with a 3-inch penis. What would you guys pick? This also love for the ladies too. So we have it right here, fellas. Would you rather be 6'2" tall with a 3-inch penis,
Okay,
or would
so that's
you
what you're
rather be 5'2" tall with a 7-inch penis?
I thought you were asking if I wanted to be with a man who was 5'2". I'm out.
Yeah, whatever one hurts less.
Does he have soft features?
Yeah.
I feel like this world focuses too much on penis size, bro. Like, you know.
So you'd be 6'2" with 3-inch penis?
No, I didn't say that.
This is for the women too. Like, would you want to be with a man that's 5'2" with a 7-inch penis, or a man that's 6'2" with a 3-inch penis?
That's a rough one.
Or it also has a third option. It says as long as he has a
As long as he's a man with a penis and a
pulse,
pulse,
I'm happy. Yeah, there we go.
that's for the big girls.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, you know what? We're all fucking superficial, dude. Like, we all want to have a big cock, right? Like, and not all of us are born that way. So I would absolutely.
What's it like, Brian?
I don't know.
It's all right.
So anyway, I would pick the 5'2" with the bigger of the penis, right? Like,
Okay, but I'm 5'6", so I want to see what it's like to look over the fucking the shelving
okay,
stores.
right? Yeah, and you already know what it's like to have a big one. So he wants to know what it's like to be us.
We're just trading it off.
Yeah, so he wants to know what it's like to be us, and we want to know what it's like to be him.
Yeah.
He's like, can I be 5'10" with a 4.5 penis?
See, but then we kind of talked about this.
short.
Huh?
Then you'd be short.
5'2", yeah, 5'2" short.
Women don't dig.
But I'd wear gray sweatpants with no underwear, bro. The fuck do you mean, man?
But even 7 inches isn't that impressive. You know what I mean? Is this hard?
I think that's soft. I think they're talking soft.
Sauce? Oh.
Yeah.
That means you could probably be at least like 9,
Yeah.
10 maybe.
Fucking.
I'm thinking like double.
What's his name? Kevin Hart
14?
with his dad and his fucking long. You ever seen a long dick? No. Anyway, so
5'2" with a flaccid 7-inch penis.
Oh my.
Then you get erect and it'll be like 14 inches. Is that what you're saying, Ryan?
Yeah.
We double? Do we double?
I'm a grower, not a shower. Honestly, being a married man, I'm just gonna throw out the whole fucking penis part of it from my own perspective. I just want to be 6'2".
Already got kids.
I don't care if I use that thing.
My wife will take whatever she can get.
she's fucking married.
Yeah.
She's
But,
married.
you know,
So as me, yeah, I'm definitely taking
Sorry
that.
ass life over there.
yeah, I would
I'll
take.
Married man.
I'm
take
pretty sure
some
I'd
hype
take
and-
the old 7-inch softy, bud, just to see what it's like. Yeah. I'm already taller than you. You know what I mean? Like, I already know that. So, yeah, I would have to go with that. Well, I have a question though. Like, me and my buddy were talking about the other day when we were driving a job on the west side. Neither one of us know, is having a large penis, is that hereditary? Like, do you think if you have a big penis, does your dad have a big penis? Is that what that means?
I don't know. I don't
Like-
want a cock drop with my dad.
Like, okay, you know what I
Andy
mean?
Reid, huh?
Like,
Fucking Andy Reid out there,
like,
fucking big old fucking Thor's hammer and shit.
he's like, fuck, I don't know, man. I've never seen my dad, and I was like, well, he's like, and mine's not big anyway. So anyway, I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's hereditary.
You know what?
It probably is. It's gonna be like when you go bald, though. It's like you get it from your mother's
Dad
or some shit
Yeah,
like
it's
that, right?
bullshit. Because my grandpa was fucking bald at 19, and I still have hair at 36. A lot, but it's there.
Right. I don't
Yeah, who
know.
knows?
Like teeth are hereditary, like the random, but like there's got to be some form, right?
I don't
Maybe.
Well, they do say like a lot of Asian men have smaller penises.
I heard Ken Jeong from The Hangover, Hangover 3, I think.
Yeah, when he shows his wiener, that's his real wiener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that was his real, like, in the bush. There was that little nub in the bush. That was real. That wasn't fucking for the movie. It was like makeup artist.
So he's not hung.
No. He's Kim Sad.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking look like a skin tag. Fuck is happening?
Yeah, you're disgusting. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, so Roger, you never answered the fucking question, bud.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I'm already 6'1". I got a little dick. I'll just keep it that way.
Okay. All right. No, I mean, I would want to know what it's like to have Thor's hammer.
Fuck, I don't know. BB5'2". I don't know.
In the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know because like you're 5'2", right? And like now,
But it's all perspective, too.
you can get fucked up. You know,
What do you
where
mean it's all
someone-
perspective? It's all fucking measure. A ruler is a ruler, bud.
Yeah, but I got mine off Temu, so.
Oh, shit, that's true. Yeah. Nope, I'm just saying, dude. Like, would you rather have this? Or would you rather have a real fucking baseball bat, bud, when it came to
No, you're
fucking
right.
standing at the plate?
You're right. I'm gonna keep my manhood.
You show the bat there.
Oh, go ahead.
Show it again there. The little bat there. You want to have that?
At the plate? Or would you rather have a fucking T-ball bat at the plate, right? Like, you tell me what the difference is.
All right, yeah, I'm a.
Well, you don't even want it. What do you do with it?
I was like, can I stick to my current situation? Like, I'm totally fine with that too. Like,
That wasn't part of
that's
the
a
fucking
question.
options,
Oh my
dude.
gosh, bro.
hey, ladies get a fucking third option. Why can't I create one for the men?
Well, you can over there be flaccid and legless or something. I don't know.
No, when you held up that fucking baseball, that definitely brought it in perspective. I'm 5'2".
5'2", 7 inches. Huh? Oh Lord.
Yeah, fuck that height. I've been short my whole life. 4 more inches down. I guess
Exactly.
Fuck.
Right, so, yeah, you have one that's fucking more than twice as big, dude. Like,
Yeah.
What'd you do with it though?
Put it in my wife.
Once, all the time.
Hey, if it's that big, soft,
Hey.
she can do whatever she wants. I ain't gotta be mentally. I could be in a whole nother world. She can have the fun she wants.
How tall is your wife?
5 foot.
you still be taller than her.
It still works for you then.
Fuck,
You're
you
all
be taller
right.
than her laying down, bud.
Yeah.
Cock will be taller than her.
Yeah, that's what I mean, dude. Yeah, fuck.
My belly's about as tall as her laying
Yeah,
down.
that's true. What'd you say? As tall as her?
My
as tall as
belly.
hers.
My belly is as tall
Okay,
as her.
fucking Diana, but I was gonna say kick your fucking ass.
Damn, bro.
But anyway, yeah, dude. Like, I would just wear gray sweatpants with no underwear all day, every day.
I just wear
Swinging
those
it.
fucking the new style shorts where they're like mid thigh. Be
Does that
hanging, the
hang
head
out?
be
Yeah,
Yeah,
hanging
bro,
out.
but you can't be showing it. Like, that's fucking.
I'll
You
put
go
a
to
sock-
jail.
I'll put a sock on it. You fucking. It's got coverage.
Yeah. Anyway, you got any more polls there, bud? We can dance on.
No, that's the only one I got. The only one I could find.
Wow.
I have some random would you rather questions.
Oh fuck! Here we go. I didn't know this was a game show.
Go ahead.
Oh,
We got,
like I said, we can't keep this thing totally depressing, or
we having a good
right.
time.
we gotta have some fun
Absolutely.
with it.
We got some fucked up lives, but well,
Yeah.
me and Roger do. Fucking Ryan lives the American dream.
With a Mexican wife.
Oh, let's see here. It's random ass. Would you rather give up all drinks except water, or give up eating anything that was cooked in an oven?
Oh, I would give up anything that's cooked in an oven because fucking air fryers, bitch.
That's a good point. Yeah, I think you have to go with that one. Yeah.
Fucking, I'd rather cook it over a fucking.
I don't think I cook
pan
very
anyway.
many things in the oven. What are you gonna miss out on? Turkey, ham. You can cook in a crock pot.
Yeah.
You can make anything on a fucking trigger.
Yeah.
True. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Fuck
you're-
your question,
Fuck
Ryan.
the oven.
Fucking
Fuck
Ryan
the oven.
sucks, bro.
All right, how about this one? Would you rather erase your own memories or erase someone else's memories of you?
I'd erase mine all day.
I'd erase mine all day.
Okay.
You're also talking to two fucked up persons.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
We're-
fair.
We're not men anymore. We're persons.
Let's see. Okay, we got the HVAC guy in the house.
Uh-oh.
Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
I would rather give up the internet. The internet's a fucked up place, man.
I grew up without the internet when I
Absolutely.
was younger. I could fucking
Yeah,
be all right.
absolutely.
I'll be fucking all right.
You know what? We need to get rid of the internet as it is.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Like, it's got this fucking, the internet and social media.
You ever
has
fucking live in
fucked
Texas,
up
bro?
our
It's like,
life.
what do you think it's like without AC in there?
Yeah.
You're fucking
Fuck that.
dying, bro.
Oh, I
Absolutely.
bet.
Fuck that.
Then I wouldn't have a job.
You-
Touche. No, starting this podcast, I was hot. We had to turn the fan on.
Right? Yeah.
Which works great, though.
That is a cool looking fan, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is very modern.
Yeah.
Bitches love modern.
Sorry, everybody on watching the video. Oh, but speaking of video, I apologize. I started the recording of the podcast. We were waving at cameras and doing all the cycles, and then I realized that the cameras weren't even fucking recording. So about
welcome back.
yeah,
Wait a minute, where are we?
yeah, about 20 or 30 minutes into the podcast, we finally fucking got the cameras on. So my apologies.
Like we said earlier, this is the first one.
Exactly.
We have a lot of fucking audio.
Yeah, we're good. You guys will hear everything. Hopefully you've stuck around long enough to fucking see the footage. But yeah.
Hey, make sure you like, share, comment, whatever.
Yep.
Subscribe.
I don't want to fuck it. I had a couple random ones too that were pretty decent, but they're on my phone.
Do you guys listen to other podcasts?
Yeah.
Like, are you like a podcast guy?
I listen to quite a few podcasts. Not too many because then you get overwhelmed, right? Like you only have so many fucking hours.
Yeah.
in
Well,
a day.
like you obviously work in a different field, but like I drive a lot. And it gets to the point where the music that you have kind of sucks, right? Like you're just tired of it.
Or
Right?
the repeated music.
Yeah, right. There's 2,000 songs on my Spotify that are downloaded, and I just get fucking tired of all of them. Right. So I started listening to. You guys ever got into like audiobooks?
My mom has.
Okay. Sorry.
So no, Ryan. Just say no, bro. Why do you have to waterboard us with your story that leads to fucking just say no?
But your mom's also a fucking teacher, right?
She is.
Yeah.
She is.
And I don't know how to read, so like I have to listen to fucking audiobooks. So I started listening to audiobooks, right? And then like back when Meat Eater first came out and all this shit got popular, like I was listening to the Meat Eater podcast. So I was always like, oh, but like the more I get tired of music, the more podcasts that I listen to, right? Like I don't know if you guys know a guy named Joe Rogan, and he's got this little podcast called the Joe Rogan Experience. I think it's the most popular podcast in the world. But
Was he the guy on Fear Factor?
Yes, I think so.
Never.
The UFC.
That I don't know.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, never heard of her. So like I listen to him, and I feel like they have some intelligent conversations on there, right? Like the other day he had. Not that this triggers an intelligent.
Bro, we were talking about being 5'2", 5'2" with a penis, bro. Like,
I don't know. It's much more.
I don't know how much.
Well,
how much interesting is this?
I was also listening to Kid Rock talk about like fucking blowing up Bud Lights, and then now he's endorsing Bud Light because they
gave him enough money.
He said it wasn't money. He said
that's what they say.
They fucking had a conversation, like the owner of Bud Light and him had a conversation. But like, Dr. Phil was on there the other day, dude. And he's talking about like the immigration, like the borders and stuff.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. He's starting a new like media company that's like not biased, right? Just spits the facts, dude. And it's like, oh shit. Like people are knowingly.
Dr. Phyllis.
Yeah, Dr. Phyllis.
Huh.
Yeah. But like I used to not like Dr. Phil.
Fair.
Right? Like I used to watch the show and I'm like, you're a fucking stupid fuck.
I agree.
And then like now he's talking about like actual information and I'm like, holy crap, dude, like this is really going on in the world and how the media doesn't ever show it.
No, because it doesn't fit their
narrative.
Yeah.
But so Joe Rogan's podcast, you could see it also. Like you can also watch it.
Yeah.
And then when you were like, oh yeah, we're going to have cameras. It's like, oh wow, this is the fucking Ryan Benscoter experience. Anyway,
it's the
Chisbrosos
Chisbrosos. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. No, that was a big thing we talked about because we bought.
Fuck you, bro. What do you mean his experience?
Sorry, there's Roger's here too.
No,
here's Ryan's experience with fucking Roger's house. Man, fuck you.
No, I always claim this. Like, this is Roger's idea, and we're just along for the ride. But I'm all for it. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's fun that we had the technical difficulties. I did. Sorry again.
Yeah, my fault. I should have picked up upon that.
But my question was, do you guys listen to other fucking podcasts?
Yeah.
Do you have one that you like?
I've listened to a few. I feel based off conversation, I don't listen to as much as you guys. So I'm like green to it.
Mine's only been in the last like month or so.
Oh.
No, I listen to. I like a lot of like murder mystery stuff.
Oh fuck, you're crazy.
You're
like fucking psycho.
That thriller stuff, but I still listen to like Joe Rogan or what's his name?
I don't know. You're telling the story.
Can't remember his name.
I listened to
Lex
the
Friedman. Lex Friedman. He comes.
I'll see.
Who?
Lex Friedman.
Never heard of her.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Luther.
Lex Luthor. Yeah.
And he does a lot of like he interviews a lot of like big people as well.
Like heavy set people.
No, like
okay.
Popularity.
popularity
Oh.
people.
Oh, like Andy Reid. He fits both.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
He's big and
Oh,
popular.
he, like he gets like Tucker Carlson on there. He gets like
I do
people
like Tucker Carlson. He's very intelligent.
He kind of sees a lot of people like Joe Rogan does.
Yeah.
Big time names. So, but his setup, he's like too dark and too fucking.
But
monotone.
they recorded. Do they record it also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like Spotify shows it. Like what's on my thing. My Service Fan.
I think I've listened to some podcasts that don't do video, and they're definitely harder to stay in tuned.
Well, like the Meat Eater podcast doesn't do it, but like you almost have to like visualize that you're there, right?
Right.
It's a strange thing, but anyway,
People are very visual. That's why I noticed.
that's why YouTube is so popular.
100%. And then when I noticed it, I don't know what it was, 25, 30 minutes into it, I realized the cameras weren't recording. And I'd been sitting here doing camera switches and everything and never saw the record. I was like, so frustrated with myself again. But that was that's why we did.
We're frustrated with you also.
That's why we went out and did the cameras, was because people are visual people. We want to see. People want to see who's talking.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want to see the faces. So
You have the biggest close up.
Right here.
you do.
Yeah. Oh, the fucking biggest head in here too.
You're size 9.
Yeah, I guess head so good. Head so big you don't get none of the good teams,
Oh,
man.
man.
That's how it works.
But
Yeah, I have to fucking wear a Mariners hat. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, I'm a Braves fan.
No way.
Yeah, I grew up in
You guys are
I grew up
same
in
division,
Texas.
at least. National League.
it's like
Yeah.
it was
That's
like
what Jock
people were
Peterson
like,
went.
why aren't you why aren't you a Mariners fan? Or when I was in Texas, like, why aren't you a
Texans fan.
Texas fans or Astros, right?
Rangers fan, yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck, we didn't have cable. Like TBS was on everything though. Remember TBS?
That was
everywhere.
when we were a kid. When I was a kid, that was the Braves were always on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
TBS.
on TBS. But like everybody always asks me the same thing, right? Because I'm a Packers fan when it comes to football, and I'm a Dodgers fan when it comes to baseball. And it's like, oh, you've never even been to fucking Lambeau Field, and I'm like, cool. Doesn't mean that I can't be a fucking fan of them.
Right.
I'm sorry that I didn't.
You're
become
part
a-
owner.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry I didn't become a fucking fan when they started winning.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, and then like the Dodgers, my grandpa was a Dodgers fan when they were in Brooklyn, so I just grew up watching that shit.
Well, I think that everybody's got a backstory to it. I've heard that with you, with the Braves, like Uriel, my brother-in-law. He sure. Anything. Anyway, yeah, Uriel. He said he's
Pacifico?
he's a 49er fan because that's the team that was playing on TV.
Yeah.
He was a Lakers fan because that was the team playing when he watched TV. I'm a Mariners fan because that's what my dad watched when I was growing up.
Loser.
Are you a Kansas City Chiefs fan too?
No.
Because your dad's a coach.
Yeah, that's good.
But my dad never cared about football. Still doesn't. Like it's just football's not his sport.
Baseball.
Yeah. When Super Bowl happens and ends, he's excited because spring training is coming up in a month.
Yeah, yeah. The guy that I partnered with, my buddy Javier, he's got I don't know, the MLB package or whatever. So like in our office, we stream the
Baseball games?
Yeah,
Spring training and everything?
the spring training games. It was pretty cool to watch. Seeing what the fuck's his name, like Yamamoto or whatever, that new pitcher that the Dodgers got.
That guy's a fucking stud, bro.
Dude, they spent over $1 billion in 2 players. And I'm like, fuck yes, that's awesome.
The Los Angeles Deferments.
Right?
Fucking tax Dodgers.
Yeah.
But they've been spending so much money. They've only had one World Series.
Recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they won it in like 86.
No, they won it the COVID year.
Yeah, in
Well,
2020.
yeah,
but I'm saying,
yeah.
that was the only one recently. Because I think the last one they won was like an 86 or something like that. But
Yeah, the Braves just won it a couple of years ago, and then before that was like fucking 95.
Like I'm not like a diehard fucking like know every stat and every player and everything
But
else.
I don't.
But
To
I do watch it.
me, as somebody who watches sports, like that is definitely diehard. If you can sit there and name like stats and statistics,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
that same thing. But you know what I'm saying.
yeah. Stats
But to
is
me-
just short for
I
statistics.
know, right? But I meant like statistics, players, like what they ate for breakfast. Like that's die hard.
Yeah,
It's fanatic.
But to me, that's like to the extreme.
yeah, absolutely.
Like I consider myself a diehard Mariner fan, but I don't know every single game if they win or lose. But like end of day, like I don't care who they're playing, I'm rooting for them.
Yeah,
If like World Series comes around, they're
Mariners,
Mariners never been there.
They've never been there.
Now we're living in a fucking fictional life.
But no, but even then, like
Fucking Mariners are the fucking Lions of the Major League Baseball.
I root when the Astros are in, right?
You would end, but against the Astros
Because I'm a Mariners fan.
Why? Why? Because you're a Mariners fan?
That's me personally. Others, yeah, the Astros.
See, you know how I know you're not a fucking true fan, bro? Because you don't root for someone. You just root against the team they're going against. Right? So, like, I'm a Cowboys fan, right? So when everybody says, like...
Fuck.
So, like...
You're a fucking Cowboys fan.
Bro, I will bury you in my backyard.
I know you will, but
With
still,
his gun.
can I fucking hold my Green Bay Packers I own it share? Because they also own the fucking Cowboys.
They haven't won. Neither team has been winning Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter. That's why when people say, like...
Packers won in like 2011.
I know, but, you know...
I saw
Aaron
it.
Rodgers.
I saw two of them.
I saw 3 Super Bowls.
Did you? How fucking old are you?
43? I'm going to be 43.
Oh, fuck, you are old.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so I have a question for you guys. What do you think what is it about sports that draws men to it? Right? Like overly draws them. You know what I mean? Where guys are just fucking die hard, like wear a fucking jersey every Sunday.
You know,
and cry and throw their fucking TV when the Cowboys lose, and
I don't agree. I'm not that big of a fan.
Okay, so I'm not that big of a fan of the. You know what I mean? Like I'm not.
a loss doesn't ruin your day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
it upsets me till the interviews.
I think it bothered me when I was younger, but now it's like, I've been dealing with this for 29 years.
yeah, I get it. The loss part of it, yes.
as a Mariners fan,
Yeah.
trust me, I know how to
Yeah,
lose.
but like as that part of it, but like what drives a man
I don't
that
know.
far?
I don't
Because it's normally men, right? It's never like really like women that you see
One
on
in
the
like a
fucking,
million.
on the TikTok throwing their TV, or punching it and shit like that. And it's normally not anything.
I think it's because
besides
we
Hispanic men.
believe that we're part of the team,
Yeah,
right?
They
Like,
yeah.
when we had the conversations, like, oh man, we need to do this. Motherfucker, you're not even on the fucking team.
Who's we?
Like, you're not even in the same
Yeah.
state.
See, yeah.
It's
So,
like- so I think
saying
it's that
we
thing.
is
It's
a
like
big thing
we're
with
part-
women too.
We want to be part of something, right? And that's
Yeah.
how
Well,
we
and I think-
interject into that.
It boils down
It's
to
almost like a cult following, though. You know what I mean? Like
I think it is.
when it comes to your NFL team. Like it's a fucking cult following because you don't see that in any other sports in America. I guess. Right? I'm sure there's Mexicans that get mad when their soccer team loses. Like my dad, that would ruin my fucking dad's week.
Yeah.
When the old fucking America would lose on a Sunday, but you know what I mean? Like, like what do you mean we like? How are you gonna let that ruin your day?
But I think it goes down to like me. Like I didn't do football. I didn't play basketball. I definitely was never tall enough for that. I wasn't big enough for football. So I played baseball. So for me,
Well, now.
well, yeah, but that's different. But for me, like, I like the Seahawks. You know,
Yeah.
I root for the Seahawks. They're my favorite team, quote unquote. But like, I'm much more invested in baseball because I played the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
I
think
think
that
that's
might-
something that plays into it.
I think that's where some of it comes into.
I feel like I watch more Dodgers games and I make it more of a point to watch Dodgers games, and I never really played baseball. I played football.
But you
You have a connection with the grandfather, though.
I say
maybe.
your grandpa. That was
Yeah.
your thing. That was his thing.
I played
Your thing.
baseball, and I
Yeah.
watched baseball all the time because I only had fucking 4 channels to fucking pick from, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braves were like on every fucking summer, every day.
Yeah.
So
Like
I
I
had
get
this
on the
tiny
app
ass
and
TV, bro. That was like this
the
big.
13-inch one, bro. Did it have a
Not even
VCR?
that. I think it was like 9-inch.
Oh, the little itty bitty one.
Yeah, they're like
the little
that.
cute
It was
one.
still color. It's hella long too.
Shit.
How old are you guys? It was like this long. And it's only like this big.
Yeah.
And I'd watch it like that, staring at it.
Yeah.
Like,
But like, I like to watch baseball in all honesty, I think I like to watch baseball more than I like to watch football now. But it wasn't always like that.
Right.
It's been more in the last like year or two that I have like found more interest in baseball. And it's actually, I really liked it when they had the pitch clock. Now they brought in the pitch clock and it makes the games faster.
100%.
I think that was probably one of the best moves they've ever made.
I agree. Baseball, I saw a picture, quote deal. I don't remember who said it, but baseball is the greatest sport in the world because it's the only sport you cannot sit on a lead and let the clock run out.
Yeah.
You have to
keep playing.
Yep. You have to get 27 outs.
Yeah, and it's like, and my grandpa always said that it was like it's the hardest sport in the world because you have to hit like
Round ball.
like you have to hit like a 2.5-inch ball with a fucking 3-inch bat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the surface wise.
Yeah.
And that was what and it's coming at you at fucking 100 miles an hour, and
Yeah.
it's making weird moves and shit. Like I absolutely like I think I like watching baseball.
Yeah.
But I am to the point. That's when you know you're old. You would rather watch people
9
hit balls with bats than
9 innings of
dudes
baseball.
beating the shit out of each other. And then there's also like everybody's a fucking diva in the NFL, right? Like
I think the NFL needs a new commissioner.
when
They need to
fucking-
change up
Like
somewhere.
when fucking Travis Kelce ran into your fucking dad, dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fucking,
How dare he respect your dad?
I know.
Disrespect
But I mean that.
fucking Bruce like that.
But and I guess in their podcast that we're going to be bigger than the New Heights podcast.
Never heard of her.
Exactly. Jason Kelsey called out
Yes.
Travis.
Yeah.
Like that was over the top.
Absolutely.
And Travis, I guess, I didn't see it. I didn't watch it, but I guess Travis admitted it's like it
You didn't watch the fucking Super Bowl?
Huh?
You didn't
No,
watch
no,
Super
I
Bowl?
did. No, I'm saying I didn't watch where Jason called out Travis on that.
Yeah, because they have a podcast together.
Yeah.
Brothers. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the New Heights podcast.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's
I've
called the New
fucking
Heights. Yeah.
never even heard of him, dude.
Yeah. No.
The only reason that I know who fucking Travis Kelce is because of Taylor Swift.
I hate her.
She's ugly.
I don't know.
How could you not like Taylor Swift?
It's not that.
How could you say she's ugly? Bro, I understand that she's shaped like that fucking lampstand over there. I get that. I'm not saying anything, but how could you say she's ugly?
She's not.
Exactly.
She's not ugly.
Who's more beautiful, your wife or Taylor Swift?
My wife.
No.
I did go see her in concert once with another man.
You went to a concert
Fuck
with Taylor
him.
Swift with another dude?
Yeah, a Taylor Swift concert with another man. Yeah. Yeah, right. So he was talking to this girl. I think we were like 21, and he lived with me, and he was my roommate. And he was talking to this girl, and her grandma died like the day before the concert. And he already bought the tickets. He's like, "You want to go?" And I'm like, "Fuck yes, dude! Fucking love Taylor Swift. Loved. Right now, I don't like her.
But that's because she switched over to country or because you like the old
No,
shit?
that was back when she was country.
No, she wasn't. She was country now.
No, she's
No,
pop
no,
now.
she's
Yeah.
She's pop now, right?
Yeah, right. It was back.
Okay,
then.
that's right.
It was when her
You guys
first
are right.
fucking song was out. Fucking Tim McGraw.
It was like the
yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right. So we sat there. We drank a bunch of beers at Hooters, and we went to the show. It's now. It was at the Key Arena. It's now what, like
Climate Pledge.
yeah, Climate Pledge Arena.
Oh Lord.
And then we sat there and we drank Coors Lights out of a plastic bottle, and they were all expired. And we got hammered drunk. And I bought a Taylor Swift shirt that I wore all the time. It had Taylor on it and it said Taylor Swift on it. People are always like, "Why the fuck you wearing a Taylor Swift shirt?" And I'm like, I remember just I always fucking wear it riding my street bike and shit. People are like, and I'm like, bro, like she's awesome. Anyway,
She
yeah.
is amazing.
No, now she's
No, I'm kidding.
terrible.
Yeah.
Like now I'm like, I can't stand the Taylor.
My
and
problem
fucking
with
Travis
Taylor.
show.
My problem with Taylor Swift now, because I didn't mind her then. I wasn't a fan by any means.
My
ever.
problem is your political views.
that be a celebrity, like
Yeah, absolutely.
be a music artist, like keep politics out of it.
Yeah.
And I feel that way with actors and actresses too. I have she's my age, might be a year older. Like she's 34, 35 years old, and you're singing about teenage breakups and stuff.
Because that's what she makes her money on.
That's her fan base.
I get it.
But again, like
Well, it's like rappers when they're talking about shooting, slinging drugs and shit, and it's like, bro, you're fucking 40 years old. Like,
But they,
You know what I mean?
no, right?
You're not fucking flipping bricks no more, right? So it's kind of the same thing.
No, yeah, you're not wrong. I guess I don't know. Like, obviously, if that's gonna make your money, you're gonna go for it.
Absolutely, I'd be
You know,
singing about teenage breakup songs
Yeah.
too if I got paid fucking $1,500 a ticket to go see me
right?
in the nosebleeds. Absolutely, but
All in my head, I'm like, oh, pop, deep it up.
the fucking Hanson brothers, dude.
They're just trying to fucking. I want to make some money too, guys.
Yeah, no, I
So,
don't know. I just
yeah.
and the whole Travis,
Pfizer, Mr. Pfizer.
Mr. Pfizer, yeah.
I definitely, and that's like I listened to I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast with Aaron Rodgers on it and shit, and he was just trying to avoid
That whole
the whole Jimmy Kimmel thing and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, well, when you're in the fucking spotlight like that, like I could see that, but like, I don't know. Part of me is like,
I don't know what's going on with Diddy.
they should just
I heard he got
fucking
fucked by
fight.
dudes or something.
No, he was fucking dudes.
Was that what it-
I
is that what it-
don't
was
know,
it? That's what I
bro.
don't know.
Like, I think.
I kind of heard.
I don't know, but
something.
a lot of this like dude's fucking dude has been cupping out lately. Remember, like that's what Cat Williams was saying. Like, oh yeah, these guys are fucking each other, just fucking
Yeah.
get
You
money.
did say that
Yeah.
on.
You know what,
Just become
dude?
famous.
I
You sell your
would-
soul- You sell your soul and your asshole.
Yeah,
For $400 million, I'd do it. Nope. You know what? You are just not realistic.
Yeah, Ryan, I feel like you're a fucking liar, bud.
Yeah, bro.
no, fuck, no.
What if he has
Fuck
soft
no.
features?
Nope.
What if he was 6'3"?
No.
What are you gonna take? Come on. They're guaranteeing you a career where you're gonna make
No,
$400 million.
no.
a year?
No,
You make
I
$400 million.
So when you start talking about $400 million stuff, you start talking about like people that make a bunch of money and then they go broke. Like how do you spend that much money in a?
Well, it depends where you come from. You know.
I've
Yeah,
always
that's true.
I've always said I could spend $1 million in a day.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, that's
Buy
yeah.
a fucking
$1 million.
house these days. It's $1 million fucking dollars in just a regular house.
Fair, but I'm saying like
Hookers and cocaine.
just on random bullshit. Like if you can't buy a house, you can't buy a car, you can't buy property. Okay, I think I could still spend $1 million a day buying random ass bullshit.
I'd have gold and guns and hookers.
But that's not like. But see, you could because that's not the gold, maybe. But like your guns, I mean, you might spend $20,000 on a gun ish at most, right?
Get a lot of
Depending on what you're
I'd
getting.
fucking buy a
Buy a
jet.
fucking tank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, like certain weapons. How much does a rocket launcher cost? It probably costs you like
I don't know.
But
30
in
grand.
fairness, this was a question back when like we were in school, right? Like in high school and shit.
Yeah.
Like $1 million then is not $1 million now.
Absolutely not.
So now today it'd be like, could you spend 5 or 10?
What I'm saying is like, as at what point when you buy the house, the cars, and all the shit, right? That didn't cost you that much money, but like, how do you spend that much money?
No, I don't know.
I think it happens because they don't understand about investments.
I think it
right?
happens because none of us
Yep.
have ever seen that much money.
Yeah. So Dade County, they said like 80% of people that came out of Dade County would be bankrupt. You know, like 3 to 5 years after they retired.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like typically football,
In Dade County.
Miami, Dade
Yeah,
County.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy works.
Because those
in Dade
guys,
County.
they never had anything, right? They never had.
Yes. What are you looking for, bud? Your phone charger? Uh-oh. We're dying.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up here pretty quick here.
Yeah, I'm fucking. It's almost 5 o'clock.
I know. Starting to get hungry.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, I guess. Kinda. But anyway.
But I think if you don't know how to manage money, you never had it, you're gonna spend it.
Well, it's like when
Why do rappers have $1 million chain?
because they're
Because they think it's cool, right?
yes, 'cause they think
So
it's
fucking
cool.
is that a lobster? You know,
Yeah, is that a fucking diamond plated lobster on your fucking
Yeah. Well, and I watched a Marshawn Lynch interview, and that's kind of what he was getting at. He's like, growing up in Oakland, where you weren't allowed to leave your front yard, like you couldn't go outside your gate growing up, and you wore the same clothes to school day in and day out. And then you wake up one day and you have $1 million in your bank account. Like, how would you spend the money?
bullshit.
You go from literally nothing to just wake up overnight and you've got money in the bank. So when he went to Buffalo, he was in a bunch of shit legally wise, and like That's kind of what he was coming at. Like, don't judge me for my mistakes.
Yeah.
Because you didn't grow up in the shoes I grew up in.
What was the dude that played for the Raiders that like got that Corvette and fucking wrecked and
the Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, and then now he's in prison forever. But like, you give these people, these kids who've had nothing, money and fame, and obviously they don't know how to
overnight success. Like,
yeah, but it's not an overnight success. Those guys have worked their whole fucking lives to get to where they're at.
Right, they put
it's an overnight paycheck, I guess. Right?
Yeah, like that's what it is.
Overnight.
Like, they put in their time to get there, but their life changed the second that amount of. I mean, anybody's life would change the second that kind of money would hit your account.
Yeah, but I'd like to think that I'd still work.
So like my job, I like my job, right? If I had $1 million deposited in my bank account, I don't know.
I don't think $1 million. I don't think that's the thing is I don't think $1 million would be enough for me to quit my job.
You live off the interest.
Yeah, I wouldn't do my job that I do. I would go do my own work. You'd
be a philanthropist. Do different shit.
I would definitely keep working.
Don't be using fucking big words at me, bud. That was offensive.
I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna think it's disrespect. And come back, clap back, both you motherfuckers.
But no, I definitely I wouldn't work for anybody else, but I'd work for myself. I'd invest it somewhere in myself.
I see a lot of people are like, I'm gonna pay off my house and this and that. Nope, throw it into something else.
Yeah,
still have that fucking mortgage. You're fine.
Yeah,
think about property, like sometimes it'll drop, and you'll be like, "Fuck, I paid off a $400,000 house. Now it's only worth $200,000, and I've lost that one." What's that?
But it's yours. But that's the thing is like when you buy a house, even if the value of it drops, you're still on the fucking hook for what you paid for it.
Yep.
So no matter what, you still got to pay that. But yeah, you can put it in the bank and live off some of the interest.
Yeah.
Or invest in something else, right? You can invest in more properties. You rent those.
Everybody
you pay off your property. It all depends how you do it. Like everybody wants to do it differently, right?
Yeah.
Hey, real estate's where it's at.
Like $1 million. I was like,
that's gonna buy a house.
Yeah. Maybe pay off your debt and then except for your house, and then invest into other properties or whatever.
My uncle Art, he said that once, like, because he I can't say they grew up poor, but they didn't have a ton of money by any means, and then he became superintendent, and he's like, his philosophy was like $1 million is a lot of money until he started making good money. He's like, $1 million's really not that much.
Absolutely.
Like once you start getting to it, it's like, I mean, I haven't made $1 million. I'd love to, like, sure.
I could probably spend $1 million. I don't think I've ever made it, but
yeah, I mean, shit, just in duck hunting.
That's for damn sure.
Just in duck hunting.
Oh, I probably have a couple thousand.
Oh, see, wouldn't that be like the perfect job? You just sit on the interest, and what are you gonna do today? I'm gonna go fishing. I'm gonna go hunting.
Right.
That's what I'm working to get to.
Yeah. Right.
Right. So so we started this business so I can do service calls and then build a business where, to the fact that I don't have to fucking see it every day. Right. Like, if I wanted to go somewhere and I want to hunt this morning, like I'll be at the office at fucking noon because we never hunt past 10 anyway.
Right.
That's the whole goal, right? So you just got to put in the legwork now.
Yeah.
So, but you don't even have to be. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a millionaire to live that lifestyle.
No, exactly. Yeah. Dan and we've talked, and it's like, what's your 5-year plan? You know, and it's like, I want to be my own boss. I don't know if it's happening in 5 years, but
I would have been like, I wouldn't be single.
Put that out there.
I know Roger all the time. Like, get you in trouble, huh?
That is gonna get you in trouble. Roger's got an extra room for you.
Yeah, I know. We already
talked about it.
Diana was here that night. We talked about it.
Oh shit.
We're putting this shit up.
Keep it up. Told her.
Shouts out to Diana. She did all the black. 90% of it. Roger did
about her.
I did all this. Roger did all this.
What's that? Just like paneling?
Yeah, no, that's brick. That's real brick.
Oh fuck! Yeah. Here we go. I would laid the bricks.
I laid those bricks one by one.
That's the little panels. Yeah, a little seam in there.
No, I mean the room looks great. Definitely, I'm impressed.
We wanted to.
It looks like you guys tried to make it a podcast room.
Yeah. Well,
like absolutely.
100% credit to Roger.
Goddamn glad I got it down, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Once we get all the signage, it's going to look good.
Yeah. For sure.
And I think today we had a pretty good session, guys.
Yeah.
For the first
Edit the
one.
shit out of this thing.
Yeah, big shout out to everybody that's watching us. Like we said,
Watching from the first 20 minutes.
yeah,
now.
I don't know where I fucked it up, but we'll make it work.
First time. Sorry. But hey, audio wise, I think we're good. Juvenal, thanks for coming out.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, guys.
We appreciate
Thanks for
it.
listening to my
So
fucked up
cameras are
story.
about to fucking die, so we're still trying to figure everything out. How much time we're gonna have for everything.
For the record, we're 2.5 hours in.
I thought we were farther in than that.
Yeah.
But we were also podcasting before.
So we're probably 3 hours and change
Yeah.
from before we started and stuff. So it's
You
good.
guys, you viewers will probably not see 2.5 hours. We'll probably edit that down for you.
Yeah. So, I hope everybody had a good time. Again, a big old shout out to our sponsors, Lux Customs.
Elysian Design.
Yep. Nanos Tacos.
Shout out to Juvenal's business.
Yeah. Who
Final
knows?
Mechanical Services, full service HVAC company.
There you go. Look him up. If you need any HVAC stuff, he'll take care of you. And again, making sure everybody's good. And now you good?
Oh, yeah. Good.
Good, man. It's good to hear. That's what
better
we
than I
want.
was yesterday.
That's good.
That's what we're going for.
Hey, every day we
Absolutely.
try to be a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Again, we want everybody to make sure you guys share, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment if you depending on whatever platform you guys are seeing us on. And
Do you know we're no licensed counselors by any means? We're just a bunch of Chisbrosos.
yeah, we're not anybody.
We just want to talk.
You guys have any ideas or people that want to come see us? Hit us up on our email or in the comments, and we'll try to figure it out.
Yeah.
But again-
Everybody's got a story. We want to hear it.
We want to hear. We got some
You got to
people.
get it off your chest. Come talk.
All right.
Show us your chest.
You don't want to see mine. Trust me. But yeah, no, thanks for listening. On that note, I think we're out.
Yeah, we're out. Everybody have a good
Coming week.
week, and we'll hopefully see you soon.